Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Nerdvana. I'm your host Terrell with my co-host Gianni.
Oh, guys, how we doing?
It's been a eventful couple weeks, you know. Have
Yeah, I
our
was gonna say, it's been a lot. It's been a minute.
It took way longer to get that whole fucking podcast template up, but we got that shit. We finally released the first two episodes back to back. Now we're gonna try to do it weekly. These episodes out maybe every Friday. Hopefully, that's the goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say Friday. Like that's
Friday.
probably like a pretty. That's pretty. I think that's reasonable. One a week.
Yeah, that's what the goal is. But man, oh man,
A lot of shit's
a
happened. We
lot of shit
last
happened.
recorded like a week and a half ago. PlayStation State of Play just dropped. So
PlayStation State of Play, few movies here and there
yeah,
dropped. TV show, another fucking Star Wars one apparently.
yeah. Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars.
Disney Star Wars. That's a whole fucking another
You
thing
gotta say it. There's a
itself.
difference. There's Disney Star Wars and there's Star Wars. It's a big difference.
100%. But shit. What do you want to get into first?
I say we do State of Play just because it's like
State of Play is the
that's
easiest, yeah.
it's not much to really go over because honestly, like a lot of this shit, there's not really any new announcements. It's a lot of the same shit. But they have showed some gameplay of which my opinion is the best game in this lineup
Which one?
is Silent Hill 2.
Oh yeah, that's literally the only one. Like, you know what? They kind of it looks different. Have you played the original Silent Hill 2?
No, and this is what I was gonna bring
Yeah.
because you have played the original, right?
I've not finished it, but I've played yeah, a bit of it and watched. It's one of my favorite when it comes to video game stories. It's one of my favorite stories. So I've watched plenty of like hour, 2 hour long, 3 hour long, video essays about it. So I know the story and everything. So I'm pretty hyped
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, because I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how like it looks great, but a lot of the diehard Silent Hill
No,
fans
they're
are
hating
like
on it.
they're hating it. Yeah, they hate the new art style. They hate the new like direction, the art direction it's going in. And like me personally, I have never played the game, but I know that out of the Silent Hill games, this is like considered the best one.
It is,
This is
yeah.
the one that we've all, we see all the memes about the
I mean, it's
pyramid
like
head, like all that shit.
yeah, Resident Evil 4 type shit. It's like
Yeah,
the best in the
it is
franchise.
it's the best one. So I'm
It's
going into
coming out
this raw.
October 8th.
Yeah,
October 8th is when it
which
comes
is
out.
perfect Halloween season bet because I'm going into this raw. I don't know anything about Silent Hill.
Oh, really?
The only thing I know about Silent Hill is the Kojima one that was canceled.
So you
That was the
literally
only
know
one.
nothing about this?
No, I don't
Oh,
know
you're
shit
in
about
for
it.
a fuck. You're gonna be sick to your stomach. This it's hard. It's a good show.
I
Oh
but
my god, it's
I
so good.
know like Pyramid Head. I know
Okay.
like the nurse. Like I know
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
characters from Silent Hill because they're so iconic. They're some of the most iconic horror characters. Forget gaming, just period.
Oh no, see, it's
So
funny
like
because Pyramid Head. Because one thing about it is Silent Hill itself is a place, but each game is a completely different. It's not really attached to anything.
anthology.
But since Pyramid Head was so popular, he kept showing up in other Silent Hill games, even though it technically didn't make sense. Because Silent Hill kind of reflects your own personal hell. Like literally, that's the town molds into your own very personal hell. That's why each game is very different, and the enemy types you play are very different. But Pyramid Head is the only one that shows up consistently because of how popular he was.
It reminds me of like the BioShock, like the Big Daddy.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah, Big Daddy. Yeah.
once you get a character, like people just it becomes the franchise essentially.
There
They did
was
show off.
oh shit.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
there
You
was
go.
one criticism about there was a lot of criticism the OG fans were talking about, but there was one about a re-character design, which I actually honestly understand. But that's kind of going into spoilers, so I can't really tell you because it's a character in the game you meet later on. But it's one criticism I can see why, but the
Is it in the
rest
trailer?
it might be in the State of Play trailer actually. Yeah, that's when they saw the character and they were complaining because
Yeah,
she's
just go
kind
ahead.
of
The game's like 20 years old. Just go ahead.
no, it's just one of the characters. Of course, I fucking forgot her name, but they redesigned her in a more quote unquote less provocative way, and people are complaining. It's because the main character, she is practically she's part of again she's Silent Hill. She's not a real person, so she's practically the embodiment of how he views women, and how he views women isn't a positive thing. So in the original game, she kind of had like a like wasn't really well kept in a sense, but and very provocatively dressed, and the way she acted was very stereotypical in a lot of ways. But
I mean,
it shows what how he viewed women. She was like how his perception of women was, so it makes
Silent Hill
sense.
is that's Capcom, right? Double check, because I know Capcom notoriously, like when they do women, it's very like over the fucking top. Let me look real quick. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
sure
looking.
Silent Hill. It's pretty sure Silent Hill is Capcom.
Is it
Oh no, it's
Capcom?
no, it's Konami.
Yeah,
It's
Konami.
Konami.
That's right. Yeah, it's
But
Konami. It's
like,
something that's close enough. Konami. Yeah.
I mean, but here's my thing, right? Is like the over-sexualization of like women in video games has been like a topic since like the
Oh yeah,
2000s, like
forever.
the 2000s, like before 2010s. Like that's literally been like big men and like muscly power armor, and then like they have these really like small like
Yeah,
petite women that like
female
big
armor always
boobs.
shows their titties somehow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like that's been a thing. That's been a thing in not just video games, but like cartoons and
hmm
shit. Like we all remember the fucking cartoon moms. I know y'all remember the cartoon moms, like the fucking Cartoon Network moms. Like they were all exactly. It's like
The
the thing of
Pixar
like
mom. Literally the
yeah.
whole thing Pixar mom. Like I'm.
And I know like some games have like gone the opposite way with that. Like I know Mass Effect Andromeda took a lot of shit because of how they designed the default female Sarah Ryder in the game.
The twin. Okay, the your sister.
Yeah, the
Okay,
twin,
yeah,
the
yeah.
female. They took a lot of shit because they made her like realistic looking, is what they said, and a lot of people were hating because they said that she just looks ugly.
Damn.
But it's like for me, it's like an RPG like that, you customize your own face anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Why would you go with the default? That makes no sense to me.
Again, people just love to bitch about stuff. Like honestly, like to me, the argument about character designs and like remake, like it's a remake.
It's a
Something's gonna
remake.
change.
Yeah.
The same thing with the Resident Evil remakes. Like they took away a lot of like the horniness from it because the fucking the first game is like Resident Evil 2 is like they're not Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 4 has a
4.
lot of like not like it has like a
I mean, doesn't
horny
Leon
shit in it.
doesn't Leon flirt with all like every single like all the girls in the game? Isn't that the
Yeah,
whole
and
his
at the
whole
very
thing?
end when you save the president's daughter, she like subtly mentions how she wants to fuck you. It's just like, yo, what? Like it's just dumb. Like it makes no sense in the story. So it's like that. I mean, I'm glad. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
to me, like as long as her character is the same, but her design is different, I don't give a
I
fuck.
mean, as long as they don't fucking try to like what D&D us and like you know what I know the original ending was like this, but we're gonna change it up now, throw you guys off. As long as they keep the story as is, I'm good. It's a wonderful, beautiful, heartbreaking.
Yeah,
fucked
don't
up
fuck with the story.
Yeah, the
That's the
story's
best
great.
thing. Honestly, besides next to that, because honestly, this state of play is a little bit forgettable. There really wasn't that much to chew on, but my second favorite thing was the Monster Hunter Wilds reveal. That to me is like we played the Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World
And-
from a minute ago. The shit was fun.
So yeah, if y'all don't know, it's basically a JRPG. Which, if you're familiar with JRPGs,
you have to put your
it is
entire life into it to get it good.
yeah, you have to like put like 300 hours into it because, but again, there's a lot of content.
Oh
In the
yeah,
Monster
it's
Hunter
so
World,
much.
they had like a whole like DLC expansion that changed the entire game. Like it's pretty like we didn't play that much of it, but we played it. We played a lot of Monster Hunter World. I feel like I put so much hours into it, but I barely touched it.
If this is for the PS5, yeah, I'm down to hop back into this shit because it was
Yeah,
so
me
fun.
too.
Because if you guys are familiar with Shadow of the Colossus and how you gotta scale and climb those big ass monsters, that's pretty much what Monster Hunter is. But you can do it practically with every monster. You can scale, climb them. It takes like damn near 40 minutes to kill a boss, but like it's so worth it when you do it. It's so much fun.
I would say Monster Hunter World was one of my first JRPGs, and
It
one
was,
thing
yeah.
that I fuck with is that how much charm they have. But what they lack in like maybe traditional RPGs in terms of like the way the story develops,
Yeah.
the way the customization is, or the way like I just feel so much fucking charm is in those games. Like for me, Monster Hunter World was like my entry into it. I played like maybe 50, 60 hours, and I feel like that's like the lighter end.
Oh yeah, I put
How
like
much
about
hours you can
50
put into
hours
it?
into that.
And for me, it's like what I enjoyed the most is the gameplay loop. And if the gameplay loop is just gonna evolve, which it looks like it is, because they're adding mounts into the game now.
I mean, dude, I can't. First, like Monster Hunter World, the amount of weapons, I don't even think I scratched the surface or even found all the weapons. So I can't even imagine the amount of weapons, different variations they will be able to add into this. Oh, the fucking monster! I'm looking at the monster screenshots. These character designs are crazy. It's on some
Hope
like
they make
Elden
it-
Ring type designs.
I just hope they make it a lot more easier to like group up, because I remember that was my biggest complaint with the first one was like
It was annoying.
grouping up was just annoying. I hope it's just very much like drop in, drop out, because this game is meant to be played with friends. You can play it by yourself, but like the best way is like you get your boys and like you go
Yeah.
and hunt monsters, because there's different classes too, and there's different weapons that these classes can master in. Like it's
Literally, one weapon you can do like 3 different classes in. It is insane the amount of depth they have in this game.
Yeah, it's more of my I mean, I haven't really gotten into the JRPG scene. Like I know Persona is like super popular, but like
Oh yeah.
for me, Monster Hunter is like the only one I really dived into really that well. And honestly, like I fuck with it. Like I'm gonna get this when it drops.
Okay. Yeah. Me.
This looks fucking fun. Like honestly, other than that, like they touched on like some other stuff, like with the Until Dawn PS5 remake, which I don't know who asked for that. Maybe leave a comment below if you asked for it, because I didn't ask for it. I wanted them to
Literally,
actually
because
like.
that game didn't even come out, what, barely 6 years ago?
No, it came out like 2015, I think.
But still, that's still not enough time. Like, it literally was a PS4. The PS4 to the PS5, it's a jump when it comes to graphical, but it's not that big of a fucking jump. It really did not need a remake.
It's not even a remake. It's just an upgrade. That's literally it.
It's just wait, so not even it's not even considered a remake.
No, it's an upgrade.
So how
It's a
much are they
PS5
charging
upgrade.
for that? $70?
I would hope if you've already bought it, only $10 because that's a lot of the Naughty Dog games have done like Last of Us,
Yeah,
Last
Naughty
of Us
Dog
4.
has done that. I'll give them that. They do make
So
it
it's
cheap.
like, so maybe $10. I would hope. If not, you'll hear about it from us.
Yeah.
Because that to me is preposterous. Because like honestly, the game itself is like maybe 6 hours long.
That's what is there replayability? Is it even like
Of course,
worth
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because it's
Alright.
choose your own adventure kind of game.
Yeah. Okay.
The butterfly effect. Some of the crazy. Like I will say this, the amount of shit you can change from the smallest shit does actually come back to bite you, which is something that most games say they'll do but don't actually do.
Like Detroit Become Human or no?
That to me is, if you love
Yeah.
choose your own adventure games, Detroit Become Human is the best one.
The
that
best
that
one.
is that game. Those giant freaking like those graphs it shows at the very end of a
Yeah,
mission.
the trees, like all the spreads and shit you can do.
Like
could have
that
went.
game, like all the main characters can die within like the first hour of game if you're not careful with if you're like
What
super
the
reckless.
fuck?
If you're super reckless and you're super just bad at quick time events, people have done it on purpose. On purpose, they have killed the characters.
Oh, like
off in,
speed
an hour.
running? Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, what's the speed run
Yeah,
on that?
like
fast?
how do you
Yeah.
kill off all the characters as fast as you can?
That's funny.
Just be stupid, honestly, because the game it is very easy to save everybody.
Does it hold your
but,
hand?
like, no,
Okay.
I would say that those kind of games do most of the time, and this game is like Detroit Become Human. Every decision you make feels like it matters, and to me,
Okay.
like you'll get very similar endings based on like if you're a good person, if you're a piece of shit, like your endings will be relatively similar, but it's the journey. That game is all about the journey.
Okay.
Like the endings, there is different endings, but they're very like.
Did you do all of them, or did you just end up looking some of them up?
Man, I played that game like 4 times.
Damn.
Like, I've gotten because the main character Marcus is very I would say he's a very like activist. He's an activist character because again, there's
Okay.
3 main characters in Detroit
Yeah,
Become
yeah,
Human.
yeah. 3.
There's the activist character,
The cop guy.
which is Marcus. The cop, which is Connor, which is
Connor.
to me was my favorite to play because
Yeah, he
all
looks
that
cool.
all that investigative shit he can do with his AI, and then Kara, who I thought was gonna be the most boring person, but that to me is like
That was the maid
that was the
okay.
the maid
with the
maid
runaway
android.
kid. Okay, yeah.
That her story made me cry twice, and like
Damn.
to me like that's the point of her story is to show you the emotion because
Mm.
you can say like you have Marcus who's the action, you have Connor who's trying to catch Marcus, and then you have Kara who's just a wild card in this whole thing who just doesn't give a fuck. Like I don't care about this pro this and pro that, anti this. I just wanted this kid is my fucking child, and I
Okay, the
want to
kid.
protect
Yeah,
them.
safety. Okay,
The
that
adoptive,
makes sense.
the surrogate child is all I
Yeah.
give a fuck about. And that story, dude, I cried twice. Like it was
Damn.
like, yeah, most games. I mean, I have a really high tolerance too. That game got me, bro.
Crying. What Remains of Eden Finch is probably every time I play it, I end up crying. That game is one of my favorite top 3 games of all time. It is like every time I play that shit, I just end up shedding a tear or two. Like it's so good to me.
People dog shit those kind of games, like
Yeah,
the walking
walking
simulators
simulators,
and the choose your own adventure games, which the gameplay isn't great.
It's the
mostly-
story. It's literally a
it's the
story.
and that game, Detroit Become Human, is also pretty long. It's like 10 hours.
Oh damn.
So it's a pretty good length. Plus the replayability of like wanting to see the different endings and outcomes, and knowing that you can play it 3 or 4 times and still see new shit.
Mm.
Like to me, that's the fun of those kind of games. Like to me, I beat Hellblade: Senua's Saga, and like that to me is like.
Yeah. I was
it's a-
about to
it's a
say that, right? Because like because a lot of the criticisms with Hellblade, it's that it's just a movie, it's just a movie. And then I realized I feel like we're the only 2 people that we see a game as a movie as a positive. People use it as a criticism, and I find that weird because I thought
There's so much.
they go hand in hand so well to me. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so much you can do in what you would say a playable movie that you can't do in an actual movie.
No,
And that's
literally,
not-
yeah.
and that's not only get you immersed into it, but also the length. I mean, most movies are like 2.5 hours at the longest, 1.5 hours. So, like
Yeah.
to me, the length and the journey is something that, like, for me, that's why I play these kind of games. And I get some of them are trash. Like I get that
Oh yeah,
argument of
this
like
obviously.
some are wasting. And I get paying $60 for a borderline fucking walking simulator. Like I get that argument. No, I think it was 50, but still,
It was
I
50.
get the argument. But it's like it's on Game Pass. So like if you don't want to get it,
That's
then
what I'm
don't get
thinking,
it.
right? It's like
If you're a fan, if you're a fan of Hellblade 2, you're getting it anyway, and you're gonna be happy with the story regardless.
especially
Everyone
especially
talks shit. They're like, oh, it's this, that, this, that. I even saw Angry Joe's Rapid Fire review. He gave it a 7.
a 7.
That guy
damn.
hates walking simulators, and he gave it a 7 because the story's so
It's
good.
so good. He actually like, you know what? It's not that bad.
Sure, the gameplay
Yeah.
takes a step back, but the story is so good it makes up for everything. I give it an 8. I give both games an 8 for different reasons.
And people just really they don't like that. I don't like. That's why I'm so confused. Like,
But to me, that's not the audience. This
yeah,
game
it's not
company,
clearly
it's
not,
not
the
the
target,
audience.
Yeah, not the target
They
audience.
want RPGs, 100+ hours. I get that. If that's the kind of game you like, then I get that.
Yeah.
You're allowed to like what you like in the gaming world. Same way you like to like in the movie world. Like the new what's it called just dropped.
Which one?
You saw it. I didn't see it.
Oh,
Furiosa.
The Darkest of Angels, Furiosa. Oh my god, yo, that fucking movie right there, it was amazing. Like, I'm shocked that like how close it is to quality. It's okay, like compared to Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road, 2015 that came out. I still prefer that a bit more, but Furiosa is very very close. Like it's really good.
When you say so, you say that Mad Max Fury Road is better.
Just
barely.
by a margin though. Like again,
Watch both.
I give watch both. Like Mad Max is a 5 out of 5 for me. Furiosa is a 4.5. Like I'm literally planning on rewatching it in theaters again, coming like pretty soon. Like it's very where Mad Max is more like straight action. Furiosa kind of plays more like a mythical tale. Like Furiosa is this mythical like hero, like like Hercules type shit. It's kind of plays out like that. So the story, a lot happens in it, but it's mainly literally from Furiosa's perspective. So if Furiosa wasn't at an event, we don't see the event because it's for Furiosa. But it is so
It's a prequel
good.
though,
Yeah.
right?
It's a prequel. It takes literally it's Furiosa, which is the bald lady with no hand in the
Played
Fury
by
Road.
Charlize Theron.
Exactly.
Charlize Theron.
But now this
And this-
Furiosa is played by Anya Taylor-Joy, and oh my god, she's fucking phenomenal. And I love how they did it the same way as Fury Road, how Mad Max didn't really talk much. She maybe had 2 lines of dialogue. She didn't really say much, but her fucking eyes, the way she can fucking act with just like the stoic face of her shit, it is amazing how like she's able to just do that. She's an amazing actress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've seen in movies like The Quiet Place.
Yeah.
like, that you can act without saying a word.
Yeah, and she kills it. Oh, Chris Hemsworth. I love Chris Hemsworth. Like I really liked him in because he was
On the wasteland,
ladies and gentlemen.
the giant freaking nose.
Yeah.
They
He
purposely try to
plays
make
him
Chris
so
Hemsworth.
well too. Like
They try to make him ugly
Yeah.
on purpose if they had to.
He plays a good. He's the villain of the story. He plays a good villain. He played a villain in that one movie, Hotel Artemis, and I fucked how he played like a villain. So he's able to play a villain, and he killed this role too. He was very Australian. He was. It is funny, but
Yeah, I mean, the first Mad Max I would say is like one of the best action movies ever made. I
oh
feel
yeah,
like if
it
you
is. Yeah.
I mean, segueing off of that, like, do you have a top 3 action movies?
Top 3
Like, what-
action movies would
Yeah,
have
what
to
are your
be.
what are your top 3 action movies? Because like that's a pretty broad genre, but like there's been some really good movies that have dropped. I would say the last 15 years. Those are all in my list. Like top 5.
Now
like, top 3.
I don't know if people might call me glazing, but I don't know. At least 2 John Wick movies. I don't know. Okay, I would have to say my first one has to be John Wick 4. That to this day, I think about it like on sometimes like wow, that movie was like fucking crazy. The shit they did, the shit they were able to pull, the fucking set pieces, the top down action shot with the fucking dragon's breath shotgun. Behind me, Hotline. Like that to this day, it's phenomenal. I could probably rewatch it and never get tired of the movie. So I would have to put John Wick Chapter 4 at number 1. My second favorite, Fury Road. It is like phenomenal. It is.
Fair. That's
But
fair.
then-
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
We have different lists.
Dare I say, I might feel like Furiosa could reach my top 10 or top 5. But top 3, damn, what is my top? I don't even know my third one. Might have to give it to John Wick Chapter 2.
It's the one you always. You
That
were
was my
glazing
favorite
that.
John Wick before Chapter 4. Like that shit
Yeah.
was like phenomenal. What about you? What's your
I
top
would
three?
say okay. So my favorite is a movie that like if you love stunt work and you love like the older movies, I would say that The Raid,
See, I haven't
the
watched that
first
one yet. I need to watch that shit.
The
Yeah.
Raid, I would say The Raid 2 because
The
the
Raid 2?
first Raid is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but the second Raid, they had a way bigger budget and they went balls to the fucking wall. That movie, if you have not seen The Raid 2
Yeah.
and you want to see like actual stunts being done by actual like people,
Okay.
that's what also John Wick does that really well too. They actually use stunt actors and do like a lot of really
Oh
good
yeah,
stunt
sit
work.
like literally, it is the stunt piece, like the amount of like what, like probably like 6 months of just training just to do that one scene.
It's all
Phenomenal.
practical. I mean,
Yeah.
if you love practical stunts and shit like that, The Raid 2 is amazing. I would say my second, I mean, the John Wick movie, one of them has to be there. And to me,
Yeah.
like, the first one is my favorite John Wick film. But if we're talking like just action, I feel like I would have to give Chapter 4 because that, again, that is one of the craziest action journeys that I've ever seen.
It's crazy. It's nonstop.
It's
It
like
is
2 hours and
nonstop.
45 minutes of just straight video game
Boom,
shit
boom,
with
boom.
like
Yeah, just straight gun
but
blazing
keeping it
everything.
good and actually having good characters and a good story. I mean, John Wick, like Keanu Reeves, like we get. I think even he gets the meme. Like, I need a gun.
I need a
Like,
gun.
like I think he even dives into it, like he doesn't give a fuck. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
at this point, I mean, he's
the-
John. Keanu Reeves is not a dialogue actor. He's a body actor.
he did all his own
yeah,
stunts in John Wick.
exactly.
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he is
And then
50. How old? His old ass? Yeah, like doing all that shit is
speaking
crazy.
of old ass people, again, my third one would probably have to be Mission Impossible Fallout.
I forgot
That
about
you
the Mission Impossible movie. See,
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
yeah.
That Scientology hit him different. That shit is crazy.
That shit gave him immortality. Man looks still in his 30s, bro. Fucking jumping off skyscrapers, hanging on fucking planes and shit. Like crazy. We
That
still have to watch
Fallout,
Reckoning, right?
we do, but
Yeah.
that's part one.
Yeah,
There's
part
part
one.
two still coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Fallout's the one with Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
The
that
Halo
shit was
jump,
good.
the Halo jump that he did practically.
Both
is
of them
fucking
did that
insane.
shit. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
The
Like,
Halo
wha-
jumping, like there. I mean, I could go on and on about Tom Cruise, but like the fucking Mission Impossible franchise, I would say is pretty fucking consistent.
Yeah,
I would
it
say
is.
once he bought out the company and started to like produce it himself.
That was at 4 or
with a-
3?
That was with 4, because 4
4,
is
yeah, Ghost
Ghost
Protocol.
Protocol. From Ghost Protocol on, I would say that's the best. You can skip the first 3, but the first 3 are still iconic.
Yeah,
Which
100%.
is even crazy because the first one was like 1999, and
But-
they're still making these movies.
The first 3 kind of fall more in the line in the goofiness of the old, like kind of goofy early 2000 James Bond movies. Because
I would say so, yeah, that's
because
accurate.
John Woo directed the second or third one, and you can really tell like that is a very cheesy film, but they're
The
fun,
third one,
enjoyable.
the third one is probably the worst one, just because the third one's like when they had
Yeah.
those like, that's the one where you can see the actors clearly not Tom Cruise doing the stunts, and Tom Cruise is like, I'm just gonna produce these movies.
Yeah,
My guy climbed the Burj Khalifa.
bro,
The
he wrote his
tallest building in the world.
Oh hell no.
He climbed that shit.
To this day, that scene gives me so much anxiety. My palms sweat every time I fucking watch that scene.
Especially when he like
Ghost Road.
slips and
Yeah,
falls
just
and
fucking-
catches himself.
And then he
Woo,
fucking
shit! That shit's crazy.
Then
bro.
what's his name? The Hawkeye actor had to like fucking hang off the building with him hanging off of him. Ugh, just too much. I do not like
Yeah.
heights.
That's probably my top 3. I would say The Raid 2 is by far like one of the best action movies you've never seen. 'Cause it's a
Okay.
really low. It's a Taiwanese film, so like I wouldn't. But it is. It is. I think the first one is subtitled if I remember, because there's English and subtitled in both films.
Okay, wait.
So to me, like 1 and 2 could easily. I feel like those to me is like. It's not like Kill Bill 1 and 2 because it is a different story because it is a true sequel.
Yeah, it's an
but-
actual sequel. Yeah, not a continuation. Kill Bill
But I
again.
mean-
Yeah, Kill Bill's literally a singular story. But
That actor, I need to find his name because
Yeah.
you probably never heard of him, and he was in like one American film which wasn't that good.
no, he was in. Wasn't he in fucking whatchamacallit? Monster
That Mark
Hunter.
No, that's not him.
That was
Somebody
not him.
Else.
Okay,
That's
okay.
somebody else. This guy, he was in the last thing he was in that fucking that shitty Mark Wahlberg film, that Mile 22 shit. Like that's the last
Oh
American-
yeah, that shit.
A lot of his films are foreign.
Yeah.
But you know why The Raid 1 and 2 was great? It was
What?
directed by Gareth Evans, who did Rogue One. So
Rogue
he did
One,
other.
that's crazy.
He did.
Okay.
He did Rogue. He did. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who did Rogue One.
If he did Rogue One,
Evans.
he also did that one movie he recently did. Fuck, what
Hold
was
on,
it
hold on, hold
called?
on. No, he didn't do Rogue One.
Oh.
I'm getting confused with somebody else. I'm sorry.
I
But
will.
he again,
I will say I'll have to replace my third. I will have to replace John Wick 2 with Old Boy. I forgot Old Boy is fucking phenomenal. I've never watched it, so I never knew the twist or any of that. And Neon, one of my favorite studio companies after A24, released a 4K edition in theaters, and I watched that shit. One of my favorite movie experiences ever. I feel like the entire audience was all our first time watching it. It was like jaw dropping, that movie. So I would have to say that was my third favorite
he
action
did
movie.
a VHS 2, which is funny because that's
Oh,
so wildly.
that's the worst
That's
one,
the
isn't
best.
it?
That's the one with the aliens and the
I
zombies.
thought that was the first one.
That's the second one.
Oh, okay, that is the best one then. The
But
VHS
yeah, he did
movies.
a. There's a third Raid movie coming out, which I mean, that's like
That's gonna if it's the same actor, it's gonna be crazy. So I gotta watch
his
the
name.
first two.
I couldn't pronounce it if I tried. His name was like Iko Uwas. Uwas. He's a Taiwanese actor.
Okay, yeah, okay,
But
makes sense.
I mean, he's insane. He did all his own stunts and the fighting. Like, man, like, I would say the only thing you can compare it to is like John Wick,
Yeah,
or like some like
I've
Bruce
seen.
Lee Enter the Dragon type
Mhm.
shit. Like, I mean, it's crazy. A lot of it is like, again, there's not a lot of guns. I would say John Wick is like gun fu. That's all guns and shit.
Yeah,
The
gung
Raid
fu
is just
definitely straight hands, just throwing
these
hands.
these fucking hands, bro. Straight fucking hands.
That
This
is
man runs
funny.
out of bullets in like the first 30 minutes of the first Raid movie. Gets to fight a whole apartment complex of fucking bad guys.
Wait.
Just straight hands, bro.
Is that does he have a fight scene with a hammer? Because I think I've seen that scene. If he had like a hammer and he was that was Old Boy. See again, yeah, that was
Old Boy,
Yeah,
Old
that
Boy,
was, that
Old
was
Boy, yeah.
Old Boy.
Raid 2, the most iconic scene is that all white kitchen. And him and the guy
Okay.
just like scoot back and they just stare each other down.
Was that the 1v1? They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I've seen
One
that
on one,
Yeah,
one on one, a white kitchen, and they're wearing all black.
That's dope.
Because most fight movies, it's all black and then a black background, so you
Yeah.
can hide like the rustiness of it. All white kitchen, and they're wearing all black, and it is like one of the best fight scenes in a movie. Period. Just
Shit.
watch that. Just watch that scene. If you don't want to watch the movie, just watch that scene. It doesn't have the same payoff because that's like near the end of the movie.
Okay.
But like that, man, that's the red room scene with the fucking
Goes
that's
crazy?
just
Okay.
That's again. There's so many scenes I can take from the Raid 2. The Raid 1 is still amazing. That's still like if you haven't seen the Raid 1, watch that one first and then watch Raid 2. I think we might do a featurette. We might have a
No, like
video
definitely.
idea.
I want to like have a segment in this like where we do like watch a movie weekly, perhaps, and then like you'll talk about the movie. And again, we can do the Ray. We got plenty. We have what's that Western one you've been meaning to rewatch?
Oh, the assassination of Jesse
Yeah,
James.
the assassination of Jesse James. We're gonna talk
My
about
favorite
that.
Brad Pitt. My favorite
Yeah.
Brad Pitt performance.
Next
period.
week, might have a little tease, but we might talk about Stalker. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
That,
really
yeah.
old film that's like again because you're a big fan of the Criterion Collection.
Oh, the Criterion Collection, bro. That is like my fate. Like it's one of the things I've discovered a year
Can you
or two
explain
ago.
what it is?
Pretty much the Criterion Collection. Let me see It is a company that their main focus is to all the classics from all-time movies everywhere. They want to release the best quality edition of that copy because, for instance, Come and See, for the longest time you couldn't really find it anywhere. It was on YouTube, but it was very bad. It wasn't really that good. But what Criterion did, I don't know how they exactly did it. They made the quality 4K sound better, but they also added so much extra features. They literally have most of them come with director commentary. So if you're a film nerd like me, you can literally the director talking during what scenes, get into the director's head. They have interviews with all the actors, and like it's just nice, especially for like if you like want to learn foreign movies, it is the best place to get it. There's also streaming, so you guys can stream it.
Yeah, they have a YouTube channel too, right? Where they have like actual directors come in and talk about their favorite films.
Yes, bro. They had fucking Hideo Kojima come in. One of my favorite people of all time. They had him fucking come in. They had
The Michael Bay one, that was him too, right?
no, the Michael Bay, there was a French studio that was doing that. They had They had the brothers from Uncut Gems. They had what's his name? The one that did Baby Driver. That director.
That guy. That's not Guy Ritchie. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, but they had him. Yeah, they had actors as well. They have all types of people. It is if you're a film nerd or you want to get into foreign film, that's the best place.
Baby Driver is Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. They had Edgar Wright in there. Like they have all types of directors over there.
My thing with the Criterion Collection is I thought, again, it's not just old movies. They have movies as recent as like 2015. It's just movies that they deem fit to be like a part of the Criterion Collection. So like when you watch a Criterion Collection film, like to me, one of my favorite things to do is just go into a Barnes and Noble, because a lot of the Barnes and Nobles have a section that has the Criterion Collection.
Yeah, every year during Christmas they have a buy one and get one half off, and I buy like 2 or 3 movies every time. It is amazing.
I think, I mean, I wish we were going to talk about it. You could have your collection right now on standby.
I know, I don't know. It's in my other room, but yeah.
We've watched, tell me the ones you have, because I know you have.
I have Stalker. I have Come and See. I have Stalker. I have
scarred me, by the way. Thank you a lot for making me watch that. That was
bro. That is a fucking episode we can dedicate on our own. That
Come and See.
Horrors of War. That is the movie to watch if you want to see how war's cool. It's not. Watch and that movie.
A lot of movies have done that shit. Yeah. Like I say, oh, Saving Private Ryan, and oh, like war's bad, war's bad. But like, bro, this movie came out like the 80s
and 70s.
Russian film, which is still during the Cold War, like slightly after the Cold War.
Yeah, during the Cold War. Like, it's one of my favorite directors as well. Fucking
He also did I mean, his name's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, his name is very hard to pronounce.
I'll see if I can take a crack at it. It's 1985 movie. It is
Klimov.
Elman
Klimov. He's a good director. Him and that other director, the one that did Stalker, also.
Which we are gonna probably watch. Yeah, a little teaser.
But yeah, if you're a film, you don't even need to buy the DVD. But like I like having media like in my hand. But if you just want to stream, they have a streaming platform, and you can just practically just watch it all over there for like $10 a month. I say it's worth it. It is just such a good company. They
Andrei
really are.
Tarkovsky, Andrei Tarkovsky. He also did another one which I want to watch. It's that
which one? Mirror.
Yeah, I think it's either Mirror.
I have Mirror too. I have that on my Criterion. That's literally like.
Dude, this guy is a plug, bro. That's why I don't have to go anywhere. But he did he or did he not do that movie that's like that failed Star Wars copycat? Didn't he do that? Something Moon. Fuck, what's it called? No.
Under the Silver Moon.
Yeah.
No, that was a Swedish film.
Okay.
Like Under the Silver Globe or Under the Silver Moon. That's like the greatest sci-fi movie never made, because it's not technically finished. I think they got it like 70% into production, and the Swedish government shut it down. So like it's kind of it sucks that it was never filmed. But like I'm not gonna lie, like when it comes to like in my head, like I want to make movies one day. That's one of the movies I want to low-key readapt, because I feel like I could do some crazy shit with that. It's good.
Andrei Tarkovsky pretty much spawned the because Stalker to me is pretty much like that whole. I haven't seen it, but obviously
Metro.
Like Stalker. It's the Metro games.
And like, also the Stalker games, yeah.
He inspired the writer who wrote the Metro books, who then became the Metro games. And then, to me, that whole like Chernobyl, like.
Enter the fucking radioactive zone, all that shit. Yeah.
If not for nothing, he inspired me to write my own story like that. Like yeah, because I mean, I'm a rock.
I'm actually an author myself.
I don't like to talk about my work because I'm my worst critic, and I think that I'm always improving, and that I don't ever think I'll be cocky enough to talk about it until maybe like I'm in my 30s. I mean, a lot of the best writers didn't blow up till like 45.
Well, George R. Martin was in his fucking 60s or 50s, so like 60, yeah. So it's like it's a long journey.
To me, it's like, because I get it, because writing is like it's so many things that you're still constantly learning. You go back and you cringe at like the shit you wrote 5 fucking months ago. Like you improve every month. You're just like, why the fuck was I writing that? Like, I understand what George R. R. Martin says when it takes forever to write a fucking book, because, like, man.
Doesn't he say it takes forever to write a sentence? He says, it takes me, like, 5 months to write a single word. Like, damn. Is it that hard?
I would say because the standard's so high for him.
Okay, I guess,
Game of Thrones is one of the best book franchises of all time.
Yeah.
It's one of the best shows, up until that last season, of all time. So, like, the standard for him is, like, impossible.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get that. Because if you know there's, like, this much shit behind you, nigga, I might struggle on a fucking sentence too. Fuck. I might struggle on a sentence too. Fuck. I mean, shit. stuck on a sentence? Yeah,
especially
stuck
what,
on
especially
a letter.
yeah, especially he saw how everyone received the show ending. He's like, ooh, maybe I should. I'm gonna be real. I'm more on the consistency. I kind of like go. I don't think he's ever gonna finish it. I personally don't think he ever will.
It's
He's
gonna be like a berserk where
old.
he dies.
Like literally, I think maybe like his studio. Like, oh well, these are his notes he wrote down. So he's practically gonna write a book. But like, bro, he's in his late 70s, right? And he's
I
already
think
doing
so.
3 other shows. Why? And Game of Thrones still technically needs 2 or 3 books left. So like, it's not gonna be finished. It's whatever.
He is
It
75
sucks,
years
but
old.
yeah, 75. I thought it was like 71. Yeah, exactly. So
And the
he's
first
a
one
big
came out in
dude
90
too.
in
So
96.
so
Yeah, that's true. In 96 the first one came out.
exactly. That
So
also
he
you
was
gotta
in his
put
50s.
yeah, you gotta put in perspective how long he's been working on this. Like the
Yeah,
last didn't the last one come out in 2011?
2018.
2018? He dropped one in 2018?
Fire and Blood. He said the Winds of Winter is. I think he said it's 60% done. But after the Winds of Winter is one more.
My Fire and Blood isn't that isn't the Game of Thrones book. That's
It's not?
that's the House of Dragon shit. Remember the Game of Thrones House of Dragon, the show that's based on that book.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more of a history of the world of Game of
The
Thrones.
Winds of Winter. After that, there's 2 more, right? After the Winds of
Yeah.
Winter, then.
Yeah, one or
You know,
two.
let's look up how many Game of Thrones.
I'm
books
just
are
talking on my ass right now. I think it's like one or
left. Let's see.
two
Let's see.
books.
Let's see.
Who knows?
He said that how many there's. Well, that's the seasons of the show. Anyway. Oh, it's Game of. I accidentally put movies. But yeah, the books. I think he said he's 60% done with Winds of Winter. There's already 5 out of a planned 7. So Winds of Winter, and then that's it. One more. But he's 75, and he just said that he just said that this year. He's 60% done.
And again, he's working on other projects too. Like literally, he helped with fucking Elden Ring. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it would be cool if it comes out because if he is able to finish it, then I'll read it. Because again, I'm not gonna read something that's not finished because that's feels like I'm gonna have like a hole left in me after that.
You're right. A Dance of Crows was 2011, so that was when the show dropped.
Like
the show
what the
dropped.
fuck? Like what the fuck? 2011.
13 years. 13. People have died. People have not known how this fucking story ends. They've died.
Yeah,
babies have
crazy,
been born,
bro.
Children have been born.
Whole ass
that died.
preteens, teens now. Like what the hell?
Man,
That dude was in his 6th. So again, 13 years.
I
don't
swear,
know.
if we get this book before we get GTA 6, I'm gonna have a fucking riot, bro. We might get this book before we get GTA 6.
We get everything before GTA.
That was something
6.
we couldn't really talk about because we didn't have a podcast at the time. But I mean, shit, GTA 6 is confirmed for next year.
Oh yeah, they released a single trailer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks fucking. It's gonna go crazy. That's
Vice
probably.
City, which is pretty much Florida. I mean,
We're gonna have no. It's literally gonna be bigger than. It's gonna have Vice City. It's gonna have Orlando. It's gonna have fucking what's the capital? Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
It's gonna have Tampa. So we're gonna.
It's in Florida.
Yeah, it's in Florida.
I mean, we're Florida boys, so I mean, it wasn't obvious enough. I mean, so the Miami section of the game is gonna go. They had to go twerking on a car. Like that shit was.
They got the Kodak Blacks grill. Like yo, they got that shit down.
The
pat,
Mud
bro. I
Boys,
am
people in the
pumped.
swamps, the Bayou Boys,
The
like.
Bayou. Oh my god.
We don't have a
yo.
bayou in Florida, but we have so many swamps. I mean, the
No,
Everglades.
we
itself-
practically. I mean, we have what's it called? Not, dude, it's literally called something. We're dumb. We live in Florida. What's it called?
The Keys.
No, like literally. No, Jesus Christ. We're
Oh,
dumb.
Hackney. What are you talking about?
Literally, the fucking. It's not called swamp. It's called. Damn.
The Everglades.
Everglades. Yeah, we have the Everglades. Yeah,
I
that's what
said
it's
that.
called.
Everglades. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I wonder because I mean it's gonna be on the Red Dead Redemption 2 engine, right? So are you?
No. They created a new system for this game.
So it's even gonna be crazier. Got it.
They have a revolutionary police system in this game. They said it's more advanced than any police system in any game ever. They legit created a new police system in this game.
I
Which,
wonder.
like, I mean,
You think they're gonna
I
bring
don't know.
back 6 stars? It's been a minute since they had 6 stars.
GTA 6 stars? I mean,
They got to.
what if you end up on the dark web? Like, you're so fucking...
They're definitely gonna. I think especially with the story, they're gonna have some dark web weird shit. They have to. I wonder what kind of crazy shit they had. Because remember in 5, you straight up just tortured a guy.
Yeah.
Straight up just fucking broke his fucking knees with a sledgehammer. Tased
If you're
the
from
fucking
Europe, you didn't see that mission because they took it out of the game.
For real?
In other countries.
Oh damn.
That shit was banned in so many countries, bro. You're
Yeah.
literally waterboarding a guy.
You were waterboarding him, and I think the fucked up part was like he was innocent, right? Like he didn't. He literally just like, what the fuck? Why are we torturing him for no reason?
Yeah, it was
But,
kind of whack.
Yeah,
But
Get-
they're getting rid of 3 characters, just 2 characters now. A couple.
Bonnie and Clyde situation. I think
I mean, I'm excited. It looks fun as fuck. It looks like, I mean, it's a trailer, cinematic trailer, no gameplay. But I mean, the leaks, like, man, that to me is like gonna be the game of the decade.
Yeah, that's one of the games. Like, I'll drop 100 to get the little deluxe edition. I'll drop it. I don't care. That's like worth it to me. Get it for my PS5,
Took
definitely. Yeah.
took about what 13 years to
Was
make
it?
this game.
Yeah, 13 years, and they put what the GTA 5 in what three different generations.
3 generations.
It's fucking ridiculous, bro. And people still play it as if it's still good. Again, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not much of a GTA fan anymore.
Bro, 13 years.
Yeah, 13 years of playing the same game. He's like, why don't you? Why
If you-
do you want to play it? It's like, my guy, what?
If you had a baby when it came out, that kid is in fucking middle school now.
My guy, I was
He's
in
going
middle
into
school.
high school.
No, we were in high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Middle
we were.
middle school,
Jesus, yeah. Like we were back then. I'm not gonna say our age, but yeah. So, but like we were like we're fucking adults now. Like, god damn, my guy. But I
That's
mean, it's
crazy.
gonna be. I mean, looking the jump between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2, and so it's gonna be crazy. Again, Rockstar, they're not gonna fumble that. I don't think.
I think Red Dead Redemption 3 is confirmed. I think they
Is
confirmed
it?
that.
Damn.
They're working on it. They're working on a new Red Dead game. I think they said.
Yeah, I can see that definitely. But what do you think? Another prequel? Because you can't, or like what do you yeah? Do you think they're gonna stick with the Dutch gang again, or do you think it's gonna be a completely different story now?
I mean, spoiler alert, but like everyone's dead. So like,
But that's the thing. Like you can't make a Red Dead Redemption 3 after because the whole point of Red Dead Redemption 1 is that the age of outlaws was over. So you can't really make it after that. So you still have to. It's technically has to be another prequel, right?
I can see doing a young Arthur Morgan.
A young
Just
Arthur
again,
Morgan?
Arthur Morgan's pushing like 40. He's lived a whole life with Dutch in them.
Okay.
So maybe it ends with the boat job that kicks off the third game. And
That
the second
okay.
game.
Yeah, that makes
Maybe.
sense.
It's an
I can
idea.
see that.
But I mean,
Or like maybe him meeting. Or what if the twist is we fucking play Dutch?
play who?
Dutch.
Oof. Dutch to me.
Yeah,
is
like
one
what
of
if
the
we
best.
played him and see
I
how
think
he
Dutch-
became him, like Dutch's first gang, and he was the new guy.
That could work.
That could work.
Dutch Vanderlyn is one of the best, well-written video game characters of all time. He's in there with Joel Miller, with Ellie. like,
Arthur,
he's-
I got a plan.
Arthur Morgan is amazing, but I mean Dutch is like clearly inspired by Jesse James.
Yeah,
Movies.
Dutch
That's the thing. Like,
Vanderlyn. Yeah, he's
if
dope.
you've played Red Dead Redemption 2, you need to watch Assassination of Jesse James.
I've been meaning to watch it.
So many scenes, segments are just straight up ripped from that movie, and it's
Yeah.
like that's great because it's a good fucking movie, really underrated movie. I think it's the Coen brothers did it.
Of course, they made No Country for Old Men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
fucking oh yeah.
let me confirm. I think it was the Coen.
It
no,
was.
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Wasn't-
Yeah, you gotta get these directors.
No, my bad. I thought it was like. Man,
No,
it
what's the
feels
Coen
like-
brother? No, I'm looking at Red Dead. Oh my bad. I'm looking at No Country for Old Men. What did they direct?
It feels like a Coen brother movie because it's that good. Because
Yeah.
the Coen brothers do those really well written, very weird stories.
Beautiful
I mean,
shot too.
yeah, I mean, if not for nothing, like the writer is the same guy that wrote Sicario, Blade Runner
Oh.
2049,
Oh no, there you go.
and 1917.
There
The
you
writing
fucking
in
go.
this fucking the script in this movie. My guy, everyone in this movie has an Oscar. Brad
Really?
Pitt.
Oh,
my guy,
shit.
Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck, and Sam Rockwell. Those are the 3 main actors, and they've all got an Oscar.
Sam Rockwell, is that the dude from Manchester by? Who's the one but from Manchester by the Sea?
That's Casey Affleck.
That's Casey Affleck. I guess Ben Affleck's brother, right?
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Rockwell, he was in movies like Moon,
Okay,
Green
okay.
Mile.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
3 Billboards outside of.
Yeah. I
yeah.
know.
I mean, shit,
Oh, the
dude.
Coward,
That to me,
James.
that movie is like Red Dead Redemption 2 took a lot from that movie, and Brad Pitt's performance as Jesse James. I mean, it came out in 2007. That was 4 years before Red Dead Redemption came out. It has to be inspired
Oh
by.
yeah,
'Cause, I mean,
100%. Yeah. I guess
he
it
even
get,
looks like Dutch.
but that's the thing. Everyone says that whatchamacallit, like the assassination of Jesse James, like when it comes to like modern cowboy movie, well, modern 2007, it's like one of the best ones.
We watched 310 to Yuma.
That
which
was good. Yeah.
I told you to watch. That is the best
That was-
Russell Crowe
I
performance.
liked it. That was a good movie. It was a fun movie. I fucked
He
with it.
definitely inspired Dutch too. Because I mean, Russell Crowe and Jesse James to me, Brad Pitt, their
Mm-hmm.
performances as Jesse James. I think the guy's name in 310 to Yuma was like Rob something. I forget. It's some name. But to me, those 2 movies I think had a big role in Red Dead Redemption.
I could see
And-
310 to Yuma with that. Yeah, like that one kid, that villain character. Yeah.
Yeah, he said the video game director himself said that they were inspired by his character, inspired Micah.
Yeah,
character
I
Micah?
can see that. Yeah, he was definitely Micah.
Charlie Prince.
Charlie Prince. Yeah.
They even said Ben Wade was the main villain. Ben Wade, who, by the way, that ending, 310 to Yuma, the payoff of that journey.
We're talking about the 2007 one, not the fucking 1950 ones.
my guy, the payoff of that ending. I mean, you saw your face, bro. Like the
Yeah,
ending,
that shit was good.
it steals the entire movie.
Watch
To me,
it.
that's like boom. Also, Christian Bale, another Oscar winner. Like, I mean, the two Oscar winners, surprise, surprise, good movie. Ain't that wild? That's crazy.
He also had that one Logan, what's his name?
Logan Lerman, yeah.
Logan Lerman as his son. Yeah, he was also good. Yeah, again, man, it's golden movie. My dad, again, I know westerns. I've like the amount of horse movies and like Clint Eastwood movies I saw because my dad, he's a fucking Virginia dude. So it's like I watched that shit. It's like yeah, so like I've always kind of thought, oh, westerns are kind of just boring because I only ever watched the fucking ones from the 1960s.
Spaghetti westerns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
spaghetti westerns.
westerns.
But 310 to Yuma really changed my opinion. True Grit, I also fuck with True Grit, and I'm hyped to watch the Assassination.
I mean, I'm not
of
doing a
Jesse
top
James.
three here, but like I'll give you the three best Western movies if you still do not like westerns. 310 to Yuma, Tombstone,
Oh,
which
I need
has
to
one
watch
of-
Tombstone as well.
has one of the best Western characters ever. I think somebody said it themselves. They said, I'm talking about Doc Holliday.
Doc
he was
Holliday? Okay.
he was played by
No, what's his name?
no, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Doc Holliday, people said Doc Holliday is to westerns what Jack Sparrow was to pirates.
Oh,
Essentially, he's that fucking good in that movie. Doc Holliday, so Tombstone, 310 to Yuma, and Assassination of Jesse James. One's an artsy piece, one's a fun journey movie, and one's a 90s classic. I mean, the 90s
Okay.
were like, the 90s and 80s were some of the best era of movies in my opinion.
it was the golden age. It really was. That's where like I would even say 70s because at least those 30 years of movies, like the production, they let the directors do what they want. It wasn't like because the amount
That's
of
true.
movies that failed, like with Suicide Squad, the original Justice
Fantastic
League,
Four, even
Fantastic
Fantastic Four.
It's like all these movies. Fucking most of the Sony's fucking Madam Web, it's production companies having such a control of the creative development. They do not let the directors fucking direct, and it shows. And back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you can do it. You a director want to do something creative and risk something, you can do it. But now it's like so controlled. It's ugh.
80s was my favorite because 80s is when everything was practical.
Yeah,
Everything.
that too. The practical effects. I love
The,
practical
the
effects.
horror movies in the
Thing,
80s.
yeah.
The Thing, John Carpenter, Aliens.
John
the
Carpenter,
sequel to
fucking phenomenal.
James Cameron with Terminator. Like, the 80s really to me is my favorite decade of movies because everything was practical. Everything.
Aliens. Ugh, that shit was so good.
Speaking of 80s movies, really nice segue here. Killer
Oh,
Clowns
shit.
from Outer Space dropped the game.
Oh shit, yeah, you told me to download it. I've downloaded it, I've yet to play it. I've been seeing TikTok clips about like like everyone has proximity chat. It looks like what Friday the 13th.
Yeah, to me, if you love Friday the 13th, like that kind of asymmetrical gameplay where there's a killer and then you have to all survive and shit, this game to me takes that and just improves on it, even though it's not the same studio. That studio went on to make the Predator Hunting Grounds, which was a massive flop.
Yeah, that was not that good. Ugh,
And the only thing we really had up until that point was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, which is fun. But if you're a Dead by Daylight player, you'll love that game more because it's a lot more like
Man, I don't
skill
even.
based.
That's
and like
yeah. It sucked that those were the same company that made Friday the 13th because it was so overly complicated. It wasn't even that fun to me. It's like constantly
Killer
having
Clowns
to
from Outer
feed-
Space.
yeah.
I wanna give this company a shout out because to me
What are
they Ilphonic.
What have
Surprise,
they
surprise. They made that. Never mind. That was the fucking Friday the 13th game. You know what? I'll tell you this right now. Ilphonic
Oh, it
redeemed
was.
themselves because I thought it was because it's that
yeah.
good that I thought it was somebody different. If not for nothing, it's that good because
yeah,
I
you're right.
thought a new studio made this game, but no, Ilphonic because they made Predator Hunting Grounds and it was ass,
It was bad.
terrible.
That was
But they
a PS PlayStation
Exclusive.
exclusive. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, they made Friday the 13th, and now they have this newest game. All right, well, my apologies. Misinformed. This is a misinformed podcast today, but anyway, it's mostly just me. But yeah, the game itself to me is like, it's fun. It's what games should be. It's a $40 game, so it's not even full price,
Nice.
and it's just fun. It's mindless fun because there's three clowns.
Yeah, the clowns look fun to play. I'm not gonna lie. Like the fucking
I mean, if you've seen the Killer Clowns from Outer Space movie, which was also in the 80s,
fucking goofy
that
ass
movie,
movie.
that movie is so funny and goofy because it doesn't take itself seriously.
Not at all.
Everything's practical. I looked up an interview. The guy said the clown suits were practical. They had to use glue and sew them up because there was they didn't have like
Zippers. So they
no, the zipper it kept like coming off. It kept like coming off and shit. So they had to glue them shut into that. He said that we were stuck in there for like 6 hours. He said it was a commitment. They were in that bitch for like 4 to 5 hours a day. And they
Hell
said
no,
that,
those fucking thick ass, heavy ass costumes. Oh man.
but he said that. I mean, I think I don't remember what clown he played, but he said he'd never had more fun in a movie. He
Yeah,
said
you
everyone on
can
the set was having the set was so fun. Everyone was not. They went to. I mean, the fucking cotton candy, fucking guns that kill
Yeah.
people, putting them into cotton candy cocoons, which are actually killing them. Like that shit to me is like the big ass mallet that fucking. It's like a little toy, but it fucking
Yeah.
kills them. Like they have clowntalities in this game. So kind of similar.
Clowntalities. That is hilarious.
Similar to Friday when you grab somebody finally you can like do like an animation to kill them.
Yeah.
They have where in this game if you don't want to turn them into cotton candy and hang them on a hook, you can just beat the shit out of them and then do a clowntality because you down them. And man, some of these clowntalities, the fucking pizza, you knock knock, it like literally teleports you into like a fictional world. Knock knock, answer the door, straight out of the movie, opens the thing, fucking head pops up with a cotton candy gun and just kills you. The invisible car. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's like ghost riding something. Like, what the fuck? The invisible car is now in the game. Like
That's funny as hell. Yeah, I mean,
it's
I'm
mindless.
Have to play it.
The grind to me is fun. I'm already like level 15. I played the game like maybe 6 hours. Not even 6 hours. Like 3 to 4 hours. Like it's not grindy, and like you progress and progress, and you get shit for the humans, shit for the clowns. Like it's really fun. I fuck with it. To me, like if you have friends, like 5 to 6 friends, you could do a 10 dude.
Yeah,
10 people max.
Hey, as long as it captures the same fun as Friday the 13th, I'm in. That shit was so fun. It really
I think
was.
that to me was probably one of my top 10 gaming experiences of all time.
The proximity chat, bro.
It came out I think May 31st or like June something. So that was back when we were both in high school.
Yeah.
So like literally the summer of that year.
We just played that shit.
Like legit, you couldn't time again. This game came out right as the summer.
Yeah.
That is the best time to release games because so many people are, either jobs are not as busy. People are out of school. Like, to me, like, man, it's a little sweaty, but that's because there was a week early access.
Yeah.
So, like the people that have been playing it have the clowns that are like already kind of OP for real.
Okay.
But I mean, I've had people escape on me in like 2 minutes. So there's a learning curve to this game. If you like memorize shit and you get really lucky, you can escape in like 3 minutes. But the most fun of a game is when everyone's trying to figure out how to fucking play it.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be just running around like like a chicken without a head. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just fucking running around. I just try to escape. I don't know. But that's that's the fun in it.
The fucking clowns, bink, 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 bink. The little squishy shoes, they're running and shit. The proximity chat.
Proximity chat makes games. It really does. Like I don't know why people don't do that more in multiplayer games. It's really it's really
it immerses you into the game. Immersion in video games are what people are looking for. They want to escape the real world.
They want to be in the game. Yes.
But I will say this: there is a game coming out tomorrow.
What game?
That maybe it may be crossing the line on immersion. This game's called Body Cam.
Body Cam.
They've seen the footage of it. That might be too real. I don't know. That
might be, bro. That's like fucking heavy horror, fucking life leaks, bro. That is fucking insane. How even when like
the Unreal Engine, the Unreal Engine.
Yo, the way your body drops after you shoot someone, like yo, you just killed somebody. What the fuck? It is crazy how good that looks or realistic.
I want to see a military.
What is it
version.
on?
It's on Steam.
Steam.
It's only on Microsoft. Yeah, it's only on. Well, I mean, it's a PC game.
Of course.
But this game could have run on a PS5. No fucking shot.
Yeah, no shot. It's coming out June 7th. Okay.
Tomorrow, which is tomorrow.
Yeah,
which is
tomorrow. Okay. How much is it though? There's no price. Yeah, there's no price.
I think it's early access. It's being released on early access.
All right, well, I'll check it out. Shit. Playtest. There's a playtest. Okay. Shit.
But it's gonna release on early access tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely play it. Try that shit out. It's gonna be scary as fuck.
The sound design in this game.
Yeah.
The shots going off, bang bang.
Boom, boom. Actual like, gun noises. Fucking. I want to see fucking like SWAT teams or like people that do this shit that had like a commentary. Like,
my favorite video was an ex-Navy SEAL that was in the Battle of Fallujah.
Yeah.
Play the game 6 days in Fallujah. Like watching him play it, and you can see in his eyes like.
He's like, yeah, this is practically how it went. We used to clear this. He sound like the way they talk is so fucking cold. Yeah, just clear this room out, drop them over there. Yeah, this looks pretty realistic.
Man, that's how I know I'm saying this shit. That's how I know my mental illness ain't nothing compared to war, dude. Again, come and see what war does to somebody.
Just fucking.
It just strips.
Yeah, God.
He's also like that guy has a YouTube channel. He's also funny and fun, but man, you could just see in his eyes, man. Like
playing that game got him back into that mode. There's like a fucking
that
flip switch. It's
I
like
mean that shit is. I mean, again, that's literally the battle he fought in.
literally. So it's like
The
damn.
Battle of Fallujah, which is, I mean, like 6 Days of Fallujah. I want to play it. It looks fun. I don't know if it's really that. Some people
Nah,
say
it's
it's
not
good.
my
Some people
cup
say
of
it's
tea.
repetitive. But I
Yeah.
mean, like this game,
Bro,
it's that
imagine
crazy.
that, bro. Back in the 1930s, you just got done World War II, and a week or two later, people made a game out of it so you can relive it again. Like that is crazy. The type of age we live in now. Like
Because the Battle of
yeah.
Fallujah, I think it was 2000 and I think it was 2006 to seven.
Yeah, I think it was like
I'll
6.
look it up. I'll look it up because I know it was like in the 2000s. It was in our. I mean, we lived through it. Like we were alive
Yeah,
through it.
that I mean, Afghan. Yeah, we got a
Yeah, because I think
fucking
Fallujah is in the Middle East. So I
yeah.
don't. Let me see real quick. It took place in. I mean, if you've ever played a game like, I mean, Modern Warfare 1, it's clearly heavily inspired by that battle because all the gear,
Yeah.
the look of like a Middle Eastern fight. I mean, that's Fallujah. It
Yeah.
took place in 2004.
4. Okay.
2004. It only lasted a month, but man,
Well, remember that one movie, Black Hawk Down? What battle was that? Was that also Fallujah?
I
Bla-
don't know. I'm not
yeah.
that big of a.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
that
a
big.
pretty.
I
I'm a
like
pretty
old
big war buff.
military. Yeah, old
Yeah,
stuff, not newer.
Yeah, I'm a. What's it called? I'm a. Shit, that wasn't Fallujah. You're right. That's
it was.
crazy as fuck.
See, I
Yeah,
knew it.
yeah.
I knew it. I was like, that has to be Fallujah. Black Hawk Down. Yeah.
Yeah. So Black Hawk Down took place in. Let me see. It took place in. Yeah, it took place in. I think it. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh no, it was in Somalia.
Oh no,
I don't know
Somalia.
why.
No, that's Somalia.
I don't know why. I don't know why it said in the thing. I looked up Black Hawk Down and it said Fallujah. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But anyway.
yeah, it's Somalia. It came out 2001. Damn, that's older than I thought. Ian fucking wait. What?
Damn. Black Hawk Down is 2002. What the fuck?
My guy Ian McGregor is in this fucking movie. Orlando Bloom is in this fucking movie.
Yeah, they're the main. When's the last time you seen Black Hawk Down?
Literally when I was a kid. Like I was like maybe I didn't know these actors. I was like, damn, it's just a war movie. That's funny. That is
No,
funny.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy as fuck.
Man, that's an old movie. But yeah, body cam, definitely gonna try that shit. Hopefully it's free to play or like free maybe. I don't know, but we'll see.
I mean, to me, like that game is like that's. Hopefully I can dive in. Again, I've been having a lot of fun playing video games this week. I mean, I've been playing Killer Clowns and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I mean, I know we talked about Assassin's Creed in the last podcast,
Yeah.
but I mean, I have not played. I tried to play Odyssey. I fell asleep in like the first 3 hours. It really wasn't for me.
I don't see how, but yeah, I don't fucking get that, but
It's not really an Assassin's game. That's the thing. It really is not an Assassin's Creed game. It's like a knockoff, like Witcher.
sure, but isn't your favorite Assassin's Creed game Black Flag? That's not much of an
There's
Assassin's
assassins
Creed game.
in the game.
There's
There's an
assassins.
assassin. There's a Creed in the game. You're not an assassin. That's the first game where you're not an assassin. That's literally it.
Well,
It is still an
it's
Assassin's
still
Creed game. I don't give a
cool,
fuck what nobody says.
I
I'll die
guess.
still. It's an Assassin's Creed game. You're just not an assassin.
Whatever.
You kill an assassin and take his shit.
Yeah.
And then another assassin comes up like, hey, yo, I know what kind of man you are. Like,
I see who you are.
you're a fucking pirate. You're a thief. Like, that's the whole point of the game.
That is true. No, again, Assassin's Creed is a great game. I mean, Black Flag is a great game. I like it. I'm just saying, like,
Valhalla,
Can't
I'm not gonna lie, I've dropped like 50 hours into that shit already. That I love Vikings.
and that's also the funny thing. In Valhalla, you don't play an assassin, my guy. You don't play an assassin either. Your brother is an
work with-
assassin.
But you work
Yeah,
with assassins.
You
though,
work
so-
with them, yeah.
I mean, that's to me is a fish out of water thing. You're a Viking, and then you get an assassin that comes to you, and like he helps you with shit. Like to me, like
Yeah. Well, he helps
Man.
your brother, who is the leader of your shit.
yeah,
And
leader of
then,
your clan.
yeah, then again, Assassin's Creed Mirage is about but so like
It's his
yeah,
backstory.
exactly.
Which I also have that game too because I got like a little like deal like both games for $30.
shit.
So, I mean,
well,
I'll play
you
Mirage.
what you got that on?
PS5.
Oh,
You can play
okay.
Mirage if you want. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. I've been
Game
meaning to
share.
play
Anyway.
that, but yeah. But speaking of games though, and I don't know, swords and shit, Witcher. Have you?
The knockoff Witcher. But speaking about knockoff Witchers,
What's his fucking name? I don't even know the actor's name.
Liam Hemsworth. He's
Yeah,
Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Yeah, Liam Hemsworth replaced fucking Henry Cavill as the Witcher in the, I guess, Witcher Netflix show that's still going on somehow. 4 seasons in. I watched the first season. I never looked back. That shit was ass. My opinion. The only good episode was episode 3. And surprise, surprise, that's the only episode he actually does Witcher shit in the entire goddamn season. That's the episode where he goes into a town. He finds out there's something killing people. Doesn't know what. And guess what? As a Witcher, he investigates it. And it's a mystery. And then you find the creature. He fights the creature. He kills the creature. That's the only fucking episode he
The
does that
Witcher
shit in.
3 is top 10 games of all time.
Yeah, it's
easily.
one of my favorite games of all time. Fucking phenomenal. Witcher 3, yeah. I have the first 2, but I still haven't played it. But like, I
They're
heard
working on The
sick
Witcher
look.
4. They've
That
officially
too,
started.
yeah.
They officially started working on The Witcher 4. CD Projekt Red confirmed that. So I mean, like again, this show, like the only thing I know about the show is the songs.
Which
Toss a coin, toss a
plenty
coin
of
to your Witcher.
plenty. Yeah, toss a coin
Yeah,
to your
and
Witcher.
Burn Butcher Burn. Like
Oh
again,
yeah.
those are the. I don't know the songs. I don't watch the show, but I mean, it kind of really does suck that. I mean, it's the main character.
It sucks, but I say good on Henry Cavill because they were constantly just fucking him over. He wanted to be Geralt with the promise of it actually sticking to the book's accuracy, because the show is based on the book, not the game, and the game's also based on the book. It's a Swedish or it's a Scandinavian author, Danish author.
Yeah.
So they're based on the book, and he is a book fan. He's a nerd. He likes 40K. So one of his clauses in his literally it was in his fucking contract. We gotta stick to the source material. We gotta be faithful and actually do that. But the showrunners were like, nah. I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, literally fucking constantly changing shit, constantly bumping heads, to a point where they were literally on scene, him saying, yo, this is not something The Witcher was saying in the script. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. So he finally was able to cut ties with them. They tried to, like, say that they tried to spin it on him, saying that he was just a horrible, like a diva, a diva to work with on set. Like, he was not a good person to be around. But then but pretty much everyone sees right through it. Henry Cavill's a chill dude. He's a chill dude.
Every movie production he's ever worked on, everyone loves.
Literally.
Him.
So them saying that all of a sudden.
Yeah, Enola Holmes, like he's a part of that production. He's a part of the what's that, Argyle shit?
Yeah, Argyle, yeah.
Man from Uncle, Man of Steel. Like, everyone loves Henry Cavill.
So the production company tried to switch saying it's him, but then we realized, oh, it's because you keep changing the show and making it worse and worse and like a lesser of itself.
They keep changing the script. Stop changing the script. Stop changing shit. Why are you changing shit? Why are we rewriting shit? It's again the same thing with Blade. Why are you rewriting shit? Why are you changing shit?
Again, like you have a source. You have a great source material. Again, it's always production. It's like let creative people be fucking creative. My God, fuck. It's always about money, getting a new audience, this, that.
We have to find a way to put a character that has no. We have to find a way to put a alt-right character in a fucking Witcher show that takes place in like medieval times. Like, I don't know, dude. It's fucking weird. I don't know, dude. I'm not very political, but a lot of movies and shows try to put political elements into it.
Yeah.
To like serve a purpose, and like I'm not a political guy, so like when I see that shit, it's just like, dude, what are we doing?
I think it's done. I think that only happens when it's bad. You only notice, I guess, if it's you can do it in a very good way. I think, like, I don't know. For me, for instance, Lord of the Rings, fucking Legolas and the dwarf guy. What's his name? Legolas and shit.
The dwarf.
The dwarf from Lord of the Rings. That's a good way of showing racism. Like, elves and them, they always have banter. But then guess what? At the end of the Lord of the Rings, the dwarf said, "Oh, I'll never thought I'll be fighting alongside of elf." And then Orlando Bloom said, "Oh, I never thought I'd. How about what was it? How about a friend?" So like, it shows you can do it well. You can show racism and you can show how to overcome it and everything well. But if you don't do it well, it's bad. It ages bad.
I was gonna ask you because like they're on like every year they drop like a slave movie, and it's like I thought they were releasing these for like people that want to watch them, but like every black friend I know doesn't watch them. So I'm like, every white person I know doesn't watch them. So I'm like, who the fuck are they dropping these movies for?
Most of the time when it comes to, it's obvious. Other than Quentin Tarantino with the Django, it's Oscar bait. It's literally just. Remember Quiet in the Front Lines? It's Oscar bait movies. They make them for the sake of winning.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
All Quiet on the Western Front. That shit was fucking ass. I stand by that. That shit was fucking ass.
It's you guys. You guys hyped that shit up on TikTok.
It was hyped up, bro.
The most realistic war movie you've never seen.
That ugly ass fucking theme. It's like, the fuck was it?
I kind of fuck with that. He hated it. The tank engine noise. I liked it, but it felt out of place.
Bro, that wasn't tank. That was a fucking synthwave Blade Runner fucking.
My guy, outside of one cool scene with the tanks and the flamethrowers.
It was ass.
That's one cool scene where he watches the guy die for 5 minutes. Like, I don't know, man.
But again, that's the thing. Same thing with slave movies. 12 Years a Slave. It's Oscar bait. People make it for the sake of wanting an Oscar. That's simple. It's for
Will Smith went for it. Will Smith went for that shit after he slapped fucking Chris Rock.
Well,
first movie.
Who watched that? Who watched it?
Nobody. He dropped the slave movie. He dropped the slave movie the year after. Like, oh, I can still act, but it's like.
But
bro,
wasn't it
nobody...
also a slave movie about him actually getting tortured too? He was like, he played a slave that got brutally tortured.
It was like Passion of Christ. I heard. It was like Passion of Christ.
Exactly. And no one again like, all right, boy, oh brother, like it's fucking ridiculous.
Like I don't know. My thing with like with political movies and like making. I mean, Civil War we didn't see, but like again, you don't get more political than that. It's called Civil War.
Yeah.
Done by what's his the A24 director?
He did Ex Machina, Annihilation, and Man. Alex Garland, I think.
Alex Garland, yeah, Alex Garland. You're right.
See, yeah, okay.
I mean, let's just get it out the way right now. We love A24 movies. I think if you're someone who likes artsy movies, because they do have a niche, it is pretty much I would say they've grown to a bigger size now, but it's
they're becoming more mainstream. Yeah, I will admit that, but it's not bad.
I have to ask you this because I mean. So people can get an idea. We love A24 films. You definitely have watched more than I have.
Yeah.
But what's your top 3 favorite A24 films?
Putting me on the spot here. Let me look at all films A24 because oh my god, they have so much good shit, right? They have so much good shit.
But just speed run it.
Ex Machina is
in no
one of my
particular
favorites.
Order.
Yeah, but Ex Machina is my favorite because I literally have it's in my other room. I have the A24 script book for Ex Machina. Wait, no. Lighthouse is my first, Ex Machina is my second, and then off the top of my head, I will probably say Green Knight are my top 3.
I would say that's a pretty fair list. I think that's very similar to my list.
Head. Yours?
I think if you have not watched A24, Ex Machina. That is
one of the favorite scripts, yeah.
That is the best A24 film because that is one of the best acting performances I've seen. But just 3 people. It's just 3 people in an entire movie.
It is a single. I love isolated locations because it's all about character and dialogue. That's all you have to work with. So if it's good, it's fucking amazing. Like again, I've read the script like 3 times. I like it. It's amazing.
My guy, that scene where she peels her face again. That I don't want to spoil too much, but it has some of the best CGI in a movie because that's where all the budget went to.
It's simple, very simple CGI.
It was filmed in a hotel, like an isolated hotel
in Switzerland. Like it's an actual hotel. Like that's one of my bucket lists. I have to go. I want to stay there one day. But it's a very isolated hotel where it's like it's the billionaire's house, but it was a hotel in somewhere.
It launched the career of Alicia Vikander, who's been in a lot of movies since.
Was
then.
it?
She plays the android.
Yeah, yeah. I thought she was in other stuff before that.
No,
you're right. You're right.
Some like Danish film that no one's ever heard of that launched her
career.
career.
Oh yeah, next year she was in Man of Uncle. You're right. That did launch her career. That's funny. Launched her career.
Yeah. Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson. They were also in Star Wars.
Oscar Isaac is one of my favorite Oscar Isaac roles.
That is my favorite Oscar Isaac performance.
Yeah,
easily. He played the role of just that charismatic
billionaire. Fucking billionaire, yeah.
Who's a fucking genius. He's who I feel like Elon Musk is behind the scenes. I don't feel like Elon Musk is that fucking cool, but behind the scenes,
he ain't that.
He chill, but like, man, Oscar Isaac is like that. Like, I'm fucking smart, and I know I'm smart. And you know my AI, she can fuck, right? You know that. Like she can act like it's anyway.
It is.
But yeah, Ex Machina, The Green Knight, to me is like one of my favorite timepieces of all time.
Oh, amazing, bro.
That story is also like based off of a short story, right? Like a little like old.
It's one of the original. It's because King Arthur, that's one of the older stories. It's about his nephew, Sir Gwen. Yeah.
Gerwin. It's a weird name.
Gwen.
Gerwin, I think is his name.
It's like Gerwin. It's no R in his name. It's Gwen.
Okay, Gerwin. My bad. Yeah, but again, these names are hard to fucking pronounce.
Yeah, it's like it's an old how do you call it? Arthurian. I don't know what the fuck it's the author King Arthur type story. It's really good. What else is
it's one of the oldest fucking stories I heard in history.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dev Patel, he's one of the best actors of our generation. Like, again, and it's his movie, it's his role. To me, watching it, it's like, man, it's about the journey. It's about the fucking journey.
It's literally just a movie about a knight failing every single knighthood fucking test until the very. It's fucking amazing, and I like it. His character.
It's funny because I remember
his character's a bitch, and I like that. I like it.
Because he's not a knight.
He's a coward. He's cowardly. Yeah.
He wants to be a knight, but he's not a knight. And again, surprise, Alicia Vikander's in that movie. Because again,
yeah, she was. Yeah.
Yeah. So surprise. And it's funny because a lot of people don't like it because it's like a little bit. Again,
slow,
the big criticism.
Yeah, but
A24's biggest criticism is that they make slow movies. But I mean, like,
it's a pretty movie, but it's boring up until the last 20 minutes. Maybe
I used to be those people. I used to be one of those people because some of those movies are like that, but some of them they're not. They're really good stories. I remember watching The Green Knight. You thought I was gonna hate it, and I watched it. and I'm like,
Bro,
It might be my
because we watched The Lighthouse and you were like, it's fine. And
my guy,
I did not think you would like The Green Knight. To be honest,
this is an argument we have because The Lighthouse is like one of his favorites.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like,
it's a good movie, Terrell. I like it.
Nick,
it's not my favorite.
It's not just a good. It's better than a good movie.
Comment down below if you think Lighthouse is a great movie or a good movie. I think it's good. I think it's a 4.5 stars. It's 4.5 stars. That's not bad. 4.5 stars is good. Listen, we're gonna talk about this. My third favorite film is it's Hereditary. Just because that's the scariest movie.
Fair enough.
That's the scariest fucking movie I've ever fucking seen in my life. It scared the fuck out of me. The monster performance, the head banging.
Oh yeah, top 5. I'm surprised you didn't say Iron Claw. That's A24 too.
Man, that is A24. Fuck.
Yeah, X is also A24. We recently watched X. X was. I liked it. That was probably. It's one of my favorite slashers.
Man, if you want to see Kid Cudi dick down a bunch of fucking bitches, bro.
Jenna Ortega and fucking Mia Goth.
Kid Cudi's fucking 5 fucking foot dick. Like that scene, man. That shit was. It is about a porno, and damn, they don't shy away from the porno scenes. They film that shit. He pretty much is like pulling off his best Jimi Hendrix impression.
No, deadass, he was Jimi Hendrix in that movie. That shit was
he looks so fucking cool with the bandana and the afro.
Yeah.
But like it's just him fucking bitches. And then it ties into the movie. What's it called?
A Pearl.
Pearl.
And then next scene is the next one, but we also have to watch Pearl as well. We'll see.
I heard that one's way better, but it's also really different. They said, which I could see because this one's a pretty slow, but yeah, I mean, my thing about, and I want to have your opinion on this because I don't think, okay, when you think of mid, the word mid, what rating in terms of stars and numbers come to your head when you think mid?
I always go, but that's the thing, right? I always hop between, like, that's the thing. I can't really stick. I always either say 10 out of, like, I either go 10 or 5. I kind of go with the letterbox way now. I'll say, let me look at my letterbox. I literally have a scoring system in my head.
Shout out your letterbox. What's your letterbox?
My letterbox, if you guys have letterbox, it's practically the social media app for film. It's kind of like Twitter, but literally just for movie reviews. It's just divine_vision letterbox. So if you guys want to check out my movie taste more in depth, I'll have it there. It's also in my link in my fucking Instagram as well. But
I have one, but I mean, to be honest, like I'm not as big of a film buff these days as you are. You watch everything now. I can't keep up with you. You watch everything. I play everything.
My passion, you know, that's what
that's
I like.
The difference. I play every video game. You watch every movie. That's where we fall in line. We mean, I watch some movies. You play some games, but you watch every fucking movie. I mean, to me, like.
But a 3, I'd say a 3 is, if I rated it 3 stars, I like it. And people and every time I say that, people's like, "What, a 3?" Because when people say, "Oh, you like something," they expect like a 4 or a 5. But like, I want to save the 5s and the 4.5 stars for like special movies. You know?
Yeah, that's something I'm very passionate about. Because
I'm very critical about movies.
This is something I'm very passionate about because I feel like in this modern age, if it's below a 7 or if it's below a 4, oh, you hate it. Oh, you must hate it. Wow, it's a shitty it's a shitty movie. It's a shitty game. Like, but to me, it's like. If you're going off of stars, I think 2.5 stars is a mid movie.
Yes.
If you're going off of a letter system, 5 is a mid movie.
Yes.
For some people, if you rate something a 7, you must hate it. It must be a mid movie. Like,
it's above average. That's literally above average movie. That's pretty hard to get.
Like for me, there's nothing wrong with just liking something and not loving it.
Yeah.
Like again, Lighthouse. I like it. It's a good movie. It's probably. Willem Dafoe.
Now you threw the entire argument out the window after you said that, but all right. It's Willem Dafoe's greatest fucking performance of all. That man, that is his role. He was born.
I was gonna say his second best, but I mean, yeah, it's his
second best.
At Eternity's Gate, where he plays fucking.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Vincent Van Gogh, for me, is his favorite, but I mean, it's probably Robert Pattinson's best performance outside of the Batman.
Bach.
I gave it an 8.5. I
you
gave it a 4.
Lobster, aren't you?
I gave it a 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. Is that not good enough for you? It's 4.5 stars.
Fine. Again, I mean, at least you rated it. I cannot bring anyone to else. All my friends, I cannot. It's like I get it. It's a black and white movie. The aspect ratio's weird. It's not like a regular movie. I get it. But I don't know. I want everyone I know to watch it because it's so good.
Remember
so please just watch it. It's an experience.
That's one of the few A24 movies we watched together at the same time because usually most A24 movies, you've already watched it the second it comes out, and then I'm like, I get it the week after, and you watch it the second time.
Yeah.
But that's one of the few. That and The Northman, which is also one of my.
Yeah.
That's one of my like low key. Again, I would give that one like a 3.5. But some people feel like that's bad. But like, no, that's a good movie. It's just not great because it falters in some aspects.
Yeah, I gave it a 3. It's like, I liked it. It was a good movie. I rewatched it. I liked it more the second time I watched it. So it's like, yeah, it's good. It's decent.
At the gates of hell, you will find me. Again, I love Northern mythology. I'm legit gonna get a tattoo of like some like Norwegian shit on my body. Like I'm not my roots aren't from there, but Norse mythology to me is like by
Yeah.
far one of the most interesting things.
It's very Odin, Loki, not Marvel, but actual like Norse, like more like God of War Ragnarok, more that type of Norse mythology.
Yeah, like
It's
Baldur
fucking
is
yeah.
fucking tattoos and shit. Like
She
that
goes
to me
hard.
looks
She goes hard.
that looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
The tattoos in fucking Valhalla, like that to me, I look at them like that is awesome. The Viking culture, like again, that the Northmen, that's literally they're Vikings. That opening raid scene. Man.
Literally them like tripping, like literally going berserk, like drinking the fucking thing and just
Which
fucking
pretty much is
howling and
drugs.
shit. Yeah,
Just
literally.
drugs,
It's
essentially,
shrooms.
like,
No,
they're
it's
just-
shrooms. The berserker
Yeah, it's just-
mushroom. That's what it is. They literally had it back then. You fucking trip out on psychedelics and just go fucking ham, swinging swords around and shit. It's funny.
Fighting guys fucking throw out. Oh! Like it's crazy.
It is crazy.
But to me, like my problem with rating systems nowadays is people, I think, take it too seriously. Like I think people take that shit to because you can go. There's different rating systems, right? There's the 1 through 10, 5 stars out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Then there's the Rotten Tomatoes percentage wise. Then there's
Yeah. I like the one I kind of want to get into, especially if we're gonna go into more reviewing stuff. I want to do the 30 scale. I think I feel like that makes the most sense. So if anyone doesn't know, the 30 scale is pretty much 1 to 10 are bad movies, but a 1 is a shit movie. A 10 is a bad good movie.
like so bad it's
Yeah,
good.
so bad it's a good movie. So 11 through 20 are pretty much where most of the movies fall into place. Most
Yeah.
average movies fall into place.
Average, the good end of
Good,
average, the
bad.
bad end. Yeah.
But then the 20 to 30, that's like the masterpieces. But some masterpieces are slightly better than another masterpiece. So that's why I can give one masterpiece a 26 and another one a 29. So let's see that I
Agree
would
with-
prefer that more. I feel like that's a bit more accurate, but I don't know.
I
Let me
like
know what
Jeremy
you guys
John's.
think.
I like Jeremy John's review scale. He pretty much
This is
doesn't
a
have
10,
a number
right?
system.
Oh.
No, he doesn't have a number.
Oh
He
yeah,
just has,
awesome tacular.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Hey, this is so good. I would buy it on Blu-ray. Hey, this is a good time. No alcohol required.
Good time
Hey,
with alcohol required.
This is a good time. I would get drunk to
Yeah.
watch this movie. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like that is a very neutral sketch where you can't get mad at that. Like okay,
Yeah,
he
you really
likes this
can.
movie.
Awesome tacular, yeah, Blu-ray. It's creative. He's really done well with
Definitely,
that
that's. I mean, he's one of my favorite movie reviewers. Even though,
one. Oh yeah, that's the only one I go back to be honest. Only one.
yeah, because I feel like a lot of people their taste.
I
change.
don't
feel
watch
like
any. Yeah, I do.
He's very consistent. There are some other movie reviewers out
I
there.
don't watch anymore. No, yeah.
But I think Jeremy John stays pretty consistent with, hey, do I like this movie? Is it worth watching? That's all I. To me, like,
Yeah, is it worth watching? That's
is it
all
worth
that
watching?
matters. I don't want
To
to
me-
waste my time, you know.
again, speaking of something that I don't feel like is worth fucking watching, Star Wars Acolyte. To me,
Well-
it's like we might watch it just to see. Let's comment below if you guys want us to watch it. We
Yeah,
might
because
watch
I
it
feel like
just to
it'll be funny to shit talk it. That's just my opinion, you know. I
But
want
to
to
me-
shit talk it.
So yeah, let's Star Wars Acolyte. The first 2 episodes dropped. We haven't seen it, but the reviews have come in,
Yeah,
and they're all negative. They're all either negative or mid.
But that's what Disney Star Wars is mid. Like at Disney Star Wars at its best, it's like mid-ish in my opinion. Like there is
I would
of
say
course a
good.
few peaks. Yeah,
I would say good. Because you can't say at their best they're mid. At their best they're in the 8s. I would say
you know
Rogue
what?
One.
Yeah, you know my
Solo,
bad. Yeah, Rogue One. Yeah.
Solo, the first Force Awakens. Those are solid 7 to 8
Yeah.
movies. Like those are good movies. I've watched those movies multiple times.
But with the
They're worse.
yeah, with the
They're worse.
yeah, like Skywalker, Last Jedi, the Book of Boba Fett,
Most of the Mandalorian.
yeah, most of the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, all of fucking Kenobi, bro. Fucking Kenobi. Oh my god.
I will never fucking forgive you for that. I will forgive
Fuck
you.
me.
I will forgive you. I will forgive you for Last Jedi. I will forgive you for Rise of Skywalker. But I will never fucking forgive you for making Obi-Wan Kenobi, which
So
fans have
ass,
been
bro.
crying for. They've been crying for a Kenobi film for decades since since Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, literally.
They've been crying for it.
A film, not a shit fucking put together show. We wanted a movie, but the success for Mandalorian made them say, you know what, we're gonna make a show. It was unneeded. It could have just been him. What's it? Logan moment with him and Leia.
like a-
it could
like a
have been
Logan
like,
movie.
yeah. Because to me, it did make sense for him to. Because Leia knew Obi-Wan, so obviously Obi-Wan and her met. So obviously he would have to have left Tatooine to save Leia, which I understand. I get that, but they should have just kept it to more like, again, Logan-esque, not him sneaking her out of a fucking Empire. Was it Empire? Yeah, the Emperor's fucking
The what are they
hideout.
called? What are they called? The fucking the sisters and the brothers. What are they called?
Inquisitors, yeah, they went.
Inquisitors. Yeah.
He stuck out of the fucking Inquisitors hideout with her under a trench coat and just walked past stormtroopers like, oh. It's like, yo, bro. It's like the lack of effort in it is so. But then the one of the best Star Wars scenes,
20 minutes, dude. If you have not seen Kenobi, just watch the last episode. Just watch the last episode.
No, like literally, with my friend, we watched fucking the fucking Revenge of the Sith, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just show the clip of fucking of the Obi-Wan, and oh my god, just watching that after I'm sorry, Anakin.
Man,
Anakin is gone. But then I said, you didn't kill Anakin. I did.
Man, that to me was the movie. That's the movie.
It should have been that. Vader hunting him down. Like,
I guarantee you that's the original vision for the movie. And this is why I'm smiling, because there's actually there's a person on YouTube who is taking the show and making it into a movie.
Yeah, he's re-editing it, yeah.
With accurate like designs. Because again, those long-headed people from the movies, they even with stubby fucking short head,
exactly.
like it makes no sense. He pretty much he promised to cut out, and again, this is
a
what
lot
I hate
of
about,
shit. Yeah,
this is what I hate about Disney Star Wars. They have to force you have to like this new character.
Well,
Leia, Obi-Wan, nah, forget that. You have to like this.
Well,
this sister character.
That's Disney in general. Look at Marvel. They want to make a spin-off show off of every goddamn character they can. That's their only purpose for introducing.
Who the fuck has watched Echo?
Yeah.
Who's watched Echo? Who has watched the Echo show?
I completely forgot that even came out. That is
who is watching these fucking shows? Who is watching these shows? Fuck you. You're the reason Disney gives us this shit.
Supporting
Marvel,
Disney,
Star Wars.
It's like, but you have.
Man, I'm going to a rage, bro. I'm about to fucking rage.
Bro, like, the best way to deal with these companies is to vote with your wallet, not your words. If you don't like Disney shit, stop buying Disney products. Stop paying tickets. Stop giving Disney Plus money so they can continue making these shit dog shows. It's that simple. Vote with your wallet.
Like, Star Wars is my childhood, man.
Yeah, it's like, look, like, I'm not gonna like brag, but like I got fucking lightsabers right there, like 2 lightsabers right there. Like Star Wars is I have so much meaning in it. But I guess my Star Wars meaning is more the Old Republic, fantasy in the books. Like I love the books, I love the games, I love Old Republic.
Star Wars, Disney thinks Star Wars is only the Skywalkers. The Skywalker saga. That 30-year gap, that 45, 60-year gap. That's it. That's what's. But Star Wars is so much more than that. The Old Republic, the shit that, again, Acolyte apparently takes place 200 years before that. But again, that's dog shit. You know why it's dog shit?
Yeah, why?
Because the writing, terrible. You know why the writing's terrible? Because the actors aren't even fucking Star Wars fans. And I'm not saying you have to be a fucking huge nerd, because even the original actors didn't know what the fuck Star Wars was. Like, what the fuck is this? Because it's a brand new idea. I get that. But no, at this day and age, if you're going to hire an actor, do some fucking research. Because I guarantee
you gotta know something, you know.
If they cast a new fucking Captain America or a new Superman, I never read a fucking Superman comic. I never read a Captain America comic. You're going to lose your shit. If I have an actor in the fucking interview saying, "Oh yeah, when Anakin blew up the Death Star," like, you're dumb. And oh yeah, because Anakin destroyed the Death Star, right? Like, you didn't even watch the movies. They've been out for 45 years.
Yeah, you gotta be aware. Again, that and Star Wars in it of itself is also, again, with Rian Johnson, you have to make Star Wars for the fans. It sucks that that's how Star Wars is, but that's what Star Wars is. You have to like keep the fans in mind, and if fans aren't making it, it shows.
I would say that's one of the biggest fandoms. I mean, who's bigger than them?
Yeah.
It goes Star Wars, the Hogwarts people, the Harry Potter people, the anime folks.
Damn,
like,
yeah, what is Star Wars?
Star Wars
Harry
is one of
Potter.
the biggest fandoms there is. Like,
I'll say Nintendo, Nintendo. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Disney, I mean, we live in Florida. Disney has so much invested into Star Wars. Entire theme parks, sections dedicated to Star Wars.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, the only reason I even go to Hollywood Studios is because of all the Star Wars shit. As a kid, I don't Tower of Terror. What the fuck is Tower of Terror? Fucking.
Yeah, I went to the fucking Ewok shit. Yeah, the fucking.
First thing I did when I got to Hollywood Studios as a fucking 13-year-old kid, I want to go to the Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
Show me the Star Wars shit.
The
I want to see the
Millennium
Millennium fucking Falcon.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see that shit. Like, again, and it just sucks because that argument is, oh, Star Wars is for the kids. No, the fuck it's not. It's for everybody. I hate that argument they make. Oh, the reason the Disney shows are like this and cheesy is because they're for the kids. Fuck that, dude.
You can make. I mean, look into the Spider-Verse. You can make children-oriented stuff and still have it be good quality. So saying it is made for kids, so you like feeding your kids shit? What do you mean? You can still have a kids show and be good.
And
Look at
when we were
Adventure
kids-
Time. Like
When
literally,
we were
like
kids, Adventure Time, the original Teen Titans on Cartoon Network.
Avatar. Like,
Not Teen Titans Go, which is kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
it's kind of funny because it's so
funny.
bad, but
Yeah, it's
but
funny.
Teen Titans the original was so fucking good.
That's just
Star
a kid
Wars
show. Like
Star Wars the Clone Wars, some of the best Star Wars content there is.
Fucking
The only reason I even bought Disney Plus was to watch the new final season of Star Wars the Clone Wars. Those
Literally.
last 4 episodes of Star Wars the Clone Wars to me
Goated.
ended my
Goated.
childhood. I'm like, my childhood is over. This is insane. This is the end of it. Like watching
Fucking
Ahsoka.
Maul, yeah, that Maul tried to convince Ahsoka, even though
Yeah,
she's like we're screaming at Ahsoka. You have to believe Maul. Maul is right, but like, why would she trust Maul? But like, he was
all those
right.
hints
Yeah.
in the Clone Wars, those clone dedicated episodes, which I'm shocked there's not
Where
a
the guy
clone fucking
snapped?
movie.
You mean the guy
Yeah.
snapped? Yeah.
Yeah.
He found out
Why-
about
wh-
Order 66. Yeah.
The fact that there's not a Star Wars movie about one clone or a group of clones is beyond me because someone's, oh, it's just the same person. But who gives a fuck? Because the clone show, Bad Batch, is great.
Yeah.
The Star Wars The Clone Wars is great. I'm seeing a theme here. It's almost as if you can make clones interesting. My guy, the scene where Fives understands, like, oh my god,
We're
Order
gonna-
66 is
Yeah.
66 is real. We're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
But he low-key becomes like a conspiracy theorist, like a tinfoil hat. And nobody believes him because he
Yeah, he's a
sounds
nut
fucking
job.
ridiculous.
Like, what are you talking about, guy? Like,
And he
what?
dies. He dies with that truth, knowing what nobody else knows.
Yeah, it's
And then it
fucked up.
happens. My God, that Order 66 scene in the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars. My
With
God,
Ahsoka and Rex, like Rex
Rex
is like
is fucking
fucking fighting, ah!
crying.
Yeah, it's like
he's crying because he knows that he can't fight it. Man,
Yeah.
that, to me, like, man, that the TikToks I've seen of like, Jesse, listen to me, Jesse, listen, and then he's like has his gun at him. Like, man, I just sucks that Disney Star Wars they don't even try.
no. I don't
John
think so.
Favreau, I wouldn't even say John Favreau. What's his? I want to give this guy credit because
It was. What do you mean? Wasn't that
Dave
John Favreau?
Filoni.
Oh, Dave
No.
Filoni.
Dave Filoni. To me, he did the Bad Batch. He did most of the Clone Wars. He's the only one I can trust now. But even he's not enough sometimes. Because
No, yeah, fair enough.
He has
Fair
their fucking claws in him. Like it's like he can only do so much.
Who has his claws in or
Disney, like a slave in a salt mine, has their fucking claws in him, bro.
She who shall not be named.
Don't get me started on that bitch, bro. I don't want to make this a fucking rant because it's not because she's a woman. It's because she's a fucking asshole, and there's no business running Star Wars.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's
Because one of the arguments is, oh, you don't like a woman in power, bro. She could. It could be a fucking. I don't give a fuck what it is. You're fucking it up. Stop fucking it up.
Yeah, it's. But like I mean, yeah, Dave Filoni did do Star Clone Wars, so I mean, yeah, he's the fan. Like again, when it comes to
Surprise,
fandoms,
surprise.
when it comes to like fandoms, again, Star Wars, Harry Potter, you need to have people, you need to have fans working on it, or it's soulless. Like that's what
Wow.
happens. It's soulless. It
is-
ends up feeling
hey,
soulless.
This is crazy. Why did Marvel work? Because Kevin Feige is a Marvel fan.
Man, it worked for a very long time until it didn't work. I'll say
Well,
that.
Endgame.
It
It
worked
ended
for
at
yeah,
Endgame.
exactly.
Endgame it should have ended. But
yeah, definitely.
that's when Kevin Feige's vision was Endgame, and after that, I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
But to me, it's like Dave Filoni. Surprise, the best episode of the Mandalorian. Dave Filoni wrote that episode with Ahsoka and the fucking.
Oh yeah, the samurai
dope
shit.
ass,
Yeah.
the samurai Ghost of Tsushima type fucking
Yeah.
ding 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 fucking.
That shit was
lights-
dope. Yeah.
Like again, Dave Filoni wrote that. He writes a lot of the best episodes of all the Disney shows, but it's not enough. It's not enough. The
not.
Ahsoka show, he did a lot of the writing on that. The scenes with fucking
Bro.
Anakin.
My dad is like he watches all the Star Wars stuff, and even he said like, you know what, the show's called Ahsoka, but it feels more like Rebels. It's like, damn, even he noticed that. My dad, so it's like, damn, like, come on now. How do you make a show called Ahsoka, but my dad said they focused more on the Rebels characters than her.
Spin-offs.
Yeah, literally spin-offs.
Spin-offs.
It's-
Spin-offs? Do I hear spin-offs?
It's Disney.
Why are spin-offs?
Yeah, Disney's a business. It's not about creativity and art. It's about money and seeing how
No,
much.
it's about profiting off of the shit you grew up on.
Yeah.
Let's take those characters
Remember
you grew
berries.
up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Remember
take those
berries.
those nostalgia moments. Remember Ahsoka? You were a kid and you watched Ahsoka. Yes. What? Yes,
Buy her
do it.
lightsabers. Go to Disney and buy a lightsaber for $400.
But wait, we're gonna make a show called Ahsoka. Tease Admiral Thrawn. Put Admiral Thrawn in it. You know Admiral Thrawn. You read those books. Yeah, those books that we said weren't canon, but now they're canon. Yes. They're just Palpatine at this point.
I really think they only introduce new lightsaber people just so they can sell the lightsabers at Disney. That's
Bro,
what
but
it
that's
feels
like-
like. It's like, okay,
You
new
can-
character, new lightsaber.
You can do that and still make a good fucking product.
Oh, that is the funny thing. Like, that's my perspective. If you guys if Acolyte was a genuinely well written show, you know how much more money y'all could have made. Like, that's why you want profit, but you know how much more profit you can get if it's genuinely good. So I don't
No,
understand
let's just
that
get
shit.
some actors who haven't watched Star Wars, put fucking Star
Yeah.
Wars fucking lightsabers in their hands, don't even fucking color correct it correctly, and just have them. My guy, you said it better than anyone. It looks like shitty. It looks like they're actually just using fucking what's it called?
Oh yeah, no, I saw the trailer. I was like, wow, this looked like Loki's like maybe a half a step above a CW level of fucking
What's that
budget.
lightsaber company called? What's it called?
Which
The
one?
fucking-
That's a shit ton, my guy. NeoPixels.
The one you have. The one you have.
Sabers, I think. But
Let's
it's
just
a it's a lot of third parties things. But the best of the best is a third party type of lightsaber called a NeoPixel lightsaber. Those like Disney lightsabers don't even like say not even the same level. The amount of fucking customizations.
Don't
and
buy
the amount of
lightsabers
stuff-
from Disney.
Yeah,
Don't buy
don't.
lightsabers from
Always just go off of a third party brand, and all as well because with those you can actually
Ultra
like
sabers,
swing your
ultra
shit.
sabers.
Ultra sabers. You can actually like they're made for dueling like one another. So the plastic itself on the saber is very thick and made for smacking. While with Disney, you drop that shit on the floor the wrong way, that shit's shattering. So it's
The
like
one you have,
yeah.
you could do that.
Oh no,
shit, right?
I've banged it up a few times and like again,
Man, light that.
it's good.
Is it right behind you? Light that shit up for the one time, bro. Go light that shit up for the one time, bro.
Man, you over here, I'm fucking got my PJs on. Hold on.
Light that shit up for the one time, bro. I want to see that. I want to see that shit light up. Oh yeah, let's see them, bro.
Now, you know, as much shit as I give the new Disney Star Wars, I did find this at Ross for like $30 and I had to get it. This is the
Kylo Ren
the
saber.
Kylo
That was
Ren
the-
saber, yeah.
That was the one thing they did right was
Kylo,
Kylo
I
Ren.
fuck with Kylo Ren. I do fuck with Kylo Ren. But look at this bitch. It's pretty cool. I got this.
If you're
bitch.
watching, if you're only
Yeah.
listening to audio, you have no idea how cool this
Yeah,
looks,
this
bro.
yeah the audio. I got it's the Kylo Ren saber. You know the black hilt with the red shit. If you know Kylo Ren, you know Kylo Ren. But this is actually not Disney, but what is it called? Black Series. The Black Series Star Wars lightsabers are cool. They're more. They're it's a decorative sword. But
They're on
this
the
right
cheaper
here,
side.
yeah. This right here is my custom made one. I guess I'm fucking audio. I have a black hilt purple lightsaber. It's simple, no sound because I wanted it to train more. You know, actually like get good at spinning before getting a fancier sound one. But it's a black hilt one, purple, and I bang this shit up. You can bang it up. You can hit it. It's fun. It's a fun
Ultra
thing
sabers,
to
right?
use. Yeah, Ultra Sabers. Only for
My-
like $80-$90. And
It's
Disney
funny 'cause
charges like fucking 200, and I can this versus Disney one. My shit's breaking that shit in half.
It's funny because we were on the Ultra Sabers website for like a brief moment. I remember we went to MegaCon.
Yeah. They always have the Ultra
We
Sabers. at
posed.
Megaton.
I was as Kakashi. You were there as Higgs from
They
Death
fucking
Stranding.
uploaded that shit on Facebook, and that shit was funny as fuck.
Man, I look so. First of all, I was about 60 pounds bigger, and man, I don't want to talk about it. This year though, when I go to MegaCon or next year when it comes, I want to go as Guts. I mean, I have a fucking sword.
Shit, low key. I mean, the next con that's coming is actually the one in Miami.
Man,
It's big. I'm thinking about going. It's bigger than the MegaCon one, but I might
Man,
go.
Don't put that idea in my head, because man, I'm trying to get the Guts physique. I'm trying to fucking. I'll never get it, but I mean,
My
hey,
guy,
man,
I'm gonna
it's-
be real. I mean, the way you look. I mean, you probably look better than most other gut players, cosplayers over there.
Here's my thing,
So-
right? Is like I always tell people before they go to the gym, if you want to have an ideal body, go for something crazy, like something you grew up on, or something that you think is unappealing. Because I mean, that's the thing is like. The reason I like the Guts physique is that I'll never get that shit. I can't get fucking that jacked, lean cut, 6'8", but like, it's still something to look forward to.
Yeah.
They say when you work out, you have to have an ideal body in your head, and most people go Brad Pitt,
Fight Club, Brad Pitt, yeah.
because I mean that is like
That
an
is-
attractive, or American
yeah.
Psycho, Christian Bale. That's an
But
attractive.
but you gotta find a person with the same body type as you. Because
Yeah,
again,
'cause I tell people, I mean, I can nerd out because I'm actually going to school to be a licensed personal trainer. I can nerd
Yeah.
out about bodybuilding and shit, but what I'll say in the end of the day is, if you're my one piece of advice is figure out how tall you are before you even go anywhere else.
And then
'Cause
take
how
lots
tall-
of tren as well.
Yeah.
Just shoot that shit off.
You can't be 5'8" and be like, oh, I can't lift as much as this 6'5", 250-pound
Yeah, exactly.
Viking guy.
Yeah.
Like, no, of course you can't. Of course you can't. You're fucking 5'5". He's a foot taller than you and 100 more pounds on you.
Yeah, you gotta be realistic with your body goals. You gotta be realistic. Cause,
You can't look up some bodybuilder on fucking
yeah.
the internet and he's 5'4" and he's jacked and ripped.
Plus
he's 5'4".
You don't want to be a bodybuilder. Your life fucking it doesn't.
I don't want to be like Mario
yeah.
Rios to be like, the aesthetic middle physique is. I'm not being like that, but what I will say is, when I think of like something cool, I think of like an MMA fighter. Like that to me is like
exactly. That's realistic. Yeah,
because it's not only is it realistic, but it's functional too. I mean, that is the idea. That's what we've been saying forever is how Bruce Wayne should look in Batman.
And that's how Robert Pattinson looked in the Batman. He literally looked like an MMA fighter.
He's too skinny. He's too skinny.
Dude was built like an MMA fighter, bro. He was beating, like he was fighting, like oh my god. We can the Batman. We'll talk about that another episode. But
he's too skinny, Terrell. I could break him in half. I can bench press 500 pounds. I'm 300 pounds.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", 250. I can take you.
I'm 260, bro. I'm 260. I could take Batman. Like, bro, we just watched the fights this past week. Islam Makhachev defending his title against Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, that's
you could just see it.
That was a
he's
crazy
fight. He's 5'11", but he's jacked where he needs to be jacked.
He could beat anyone's ass. Anybody's.
Man, he could beat us and all the listeners in one fucking day. One round, brother. One round. One night. I fight both. Dude, those Dagestani fighters are fucking out of their minds.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, again,
send your son over there for 6 months. One phone call.
One phone call.
Forget about it. Forget him. Forget him.
One phone call. But to me, it's like that to me is like what I would want that.
Yeah.
It's like jacked where you need to be jacked, and that's literally it. But I mean, how did we get on this tangent about fucking?
I don't know, but man, we reached about the time for this episode to end. It was a good episode. If you guys made it this far, appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do all that.
Yeah,
we're
on TikTok.
Yes, we're on TikTok, the Nerdvana podcast. We're on YouTube, the Nerdvana channel. We're on what else are we on? Instagram, the Nerdvana. We're on all platforms.
Podcast.
Spotify, the Nerdvana podcast. Just look up Nerdvana podcast and you should find us. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.
Talk, guys.